Good morning, everybody. This is Dave Mead for River Media News. I'm your host of Dave Mead for River Media News. And First off, I want to say is that, today we're going to talk about, before I bring my co-host on, we're going to, I want to talk about the Liberty Utilities is planning a 37% rate hike for Massachusetts. There is a protest planning at DURFEE High School on October 3rd. I don't know what time it is, but they're protesting against it. So that's the DURFEE High School on October 3rd. I don't know if it's going to be in the morning or in the afternoon. But they're with that being said, but there's been a lot of talk about political lately. I'm going to bring my co-host on, Annalisa. We're going to get into the whole scenario. We're going to get into everything like we always do. So let me get her from backstage on here. Annalisa.
What's up, Dave?
Not much, man. Not much. Not much at all. We know that there's a lot of stuff going on in Massachusetts right now. There is a protest. It's going to happen. At DURFEE High School on October 3rd. Liberty Utilities is planning a 37% rate hit for Massachusetts. There is a protest planning at DURFEE High School on October 3rd. So what they're doing is that they're gonna protest against it because they believe, I guess, it's too high for the people of Massachusetts.
Who's Liberty Utilities?
I believe it's the electric or the gas, one of them. That's the gas. Linda said it was the
gas. So, because I never heard of them. Do they just service the South Shore?
No, they service Massachusetts.
Liberty Utilities. Okay. I only know National Grid. Liberty Utilities. Okay, I'm looking it up because I'd never heard of them. It's a subsidiary of Algonquin that offers electric, natural gas, water, and wastewater services to over 1.2 million customers in North America. Okay.
Yeah, so they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're pretty good company. My mother always calls me when I'm over here talking. Bad. It's what do you call it? They're bad timing.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's bad timing. Yeah, it is. I love my mom. I will call later. She knows that. There's been a lot more talk about political here in Fall River about Mayor Paul Coogan, and I believe I found something online from a long time ago. I believe it was in 2024 that Mayor Paul Coogan went out to eat. I guess this is what people are actually saying, that Mayor Paul Coogan had too much to drink. I guess and I guess he didn't. He went into his car and he backed into somebody, and then he fled the scene of the crime. But he came back and instead of calling the police and filing the police report, like normal people would do. He called his police chief and he told his police chief that he was in an accident. And and he told his police chief not to, put it on the books. So maybe that's the. I think the reason why he did it is because that way he doesn't be charged with a DOI and or take a breathalyzer test. So
No,
I
no, he
mean,
did it so that nobody would know that he did that. That's why he called the police chief and said, um, "Don't put it in the books because it's going to be all over the media."
yes,
That's the primary reason to
yeah,
keep it quiet.
yes, to keep it quiet. So I mean, now if that was you, me, anybody, okay, we'd be charged with a DUI.
Did he get charged or was it
No,
just
he
he never
didn't.
got charged with anything?
He never got charged with it. And this
Okay,
is my point that I'm making.
right.
And now that's
He was
why.
mayor then. He was
He,
mayor then when it happened.
yes, it did. He was mayor.
He was
Yeah,
mayor then. Well, that's why he called the police chief because he was mayor, and the police chief is going to do what he says because that's his boss.
yeah. And of course, you know what I'm saying. But if it was me, you, or
Oh
anybody,
yeah, we would have absolutely gotten charged, no doubt.
of course, we would be getting charged for DUI, and
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like we can call the police chief and say don't put it in the books.
yeah, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's awful. Matter of fact, I think I sent you something on it too. Um, I think I
Yeah,
sent you something.
it was taken down though.
Somebody took it down. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
maybe.
taken down. I couldn't see it.
Well, I have copies of it right here. So, and I will share it because it's not right. You know what I'm
What
saying? I
year
believe.
was that? What year
I
was
think
it?
it was the 2024. I think it was.
What? That was last year?
It kind of. Yeah. You know, there's proof right here. I mean, there's all kinds of proof right here. Matter of fact, I'll even send it to you. Some of them. Anyways, there's like 5 pages of it. Um, yeah, there's like 5 pages of this, and let me tell you, I mean, you know, I'm not surprised, but I'm not surprised of this. But there is more. You know what I'm saying? But there is more to it. You know what I'm saying? And but if it was us, we get in trouble. I just sent you some on your messenger.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to read it now, but yeah, I see it. Is that court documents?
I don't even know if it's court documents or what.
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
It's not. It's not. It's not court documents at all.
But why is there so many pages on it?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know.
That's bizarre.
It is bizarre. You know what I'm saying? And this is why people question the police all the time. Okay, if I'm, that's why people question the police all the time because, okay, well, why are you pulling me over for drinking and driving when the mayor of the city of Fall River, Mayor Paul Coogan,
Well,
how come,
I,
how
I
come,
go
go ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No,
How
no, go
come?
ahead.
How come he ain't being charged with it? And then you're gonna charge a civilian for drinking and driving.
Well,
How
I
fair
don't
is that?
what so you said that he got in the car, Paul Coogan got in the car.
Backed
Apparently,
up.
he was inebriated and he backed up and
He backed
hit
up.
another
He,
car.
yeah, and then he drove away. So he drove away. Then he came
He
back
drove
again.
away. Yeah, he drove
Yeah,
away.
and
So there were no cops involved at that point.
no cops involved whatsoever.
So nobody saw that he got in his car, backed up, hit another car, and left.
But came back though. He did come back. I'll give. He did come back.
He came back to say that he hit the car. Or did he damage it?
Well, I don't know how much damage is there, but he talked to he dished out money to pay for the people's cars, the people's car that he hit
That's what
to
I
get
just
it paid.
said. So
Yes.
he went back to say something that he did it. His conscience was bothering him. So he went back and said, I did this. And then he probably called the police chief and said, don't put it in the books.
Yeah.
So how did
Oh
they know he was drunk?
well, because Mayor Paul Coogan knew he had something to drink. So I mean, I don't know if he
Is
was.
that what he said?
I don't know if he directly said that, but I haven't. I looked at it. Former reporters got it. I'm saying so.
So it
He
sounds
said he
like,
made. In other words, what he said he made a mistake. That's what he said.
but okay. See, I thought it was something different.
No,
I thought I thought he got into an accident and
no.
the police came and realized that he was drinking at some point, hit the car,
No.
and he said to the police chief, don't put it in the books. But
Well,
the police were never involved in the first place.
no, the police was never involved in the first place. No breathalyzer test. Okay, no breathalyzer
That's
test.
what I'm asking.
Yeah.
How did they know he was drunk? I'm
Well, I
not, I'm
don't.
not, I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm trying to find evidence, and the story is not making sense.
No, he said he made a mistake.
Right. But I'm wondering if there were no cops involved
Yeah.
and nobody saw him do that, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Nobody saw him get in his car, back
Mhm.
up, and hit the car, and then drove off.
Yep.
And then he came back to say, I did this to your car and
I
paid
made a
for the
mistake.
yeah, pay for the damages or whatever, and then told the police chief not to record it. So was he ever drunk?
That we
That's
don't
the
even know.
question. Okay.
That we don't
See,
even know
you gotta
because
be careful because you said he was drunk.
well, well, I mean, if you're having dinner and you're a couple of if you're having dinner, you a couple, wine or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
but you don't know that for
know.
sure. You're just assuming that
Yeah.
he got
Well.
in his car, hit the back of hit another car, and you
Yeah.
said he was drunk.
Well,
But but there's
that's what people are saying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but
So
there's no proof. What I'm trying to say is that there's no
yeah,
proof that he
yeah,
was. I'm not
yeah,
saying that he wasn't,
yeah.
but where does it say that he was drunk? How do you know that he didn't get in his car? It might have been dark out, couldn't see in back of him, and hit the car. Do you know what I mean? Like that crap happens. It can't
Yeah,
see that well at night or
yeah.
whatever. But
Mm.
and then he left the scene, felt guilty, came back and said, I hit your car to whoever. And
Well,
called the insurance company. I don't know, whatever the heck happened there, and then said to the police, don't record
mhm.
it. But I don't know how the police got involved. I just think it
Well,
sounds
the police did not get involved with
that's
it.
what I
So
mean.
then, so
So it sounds like to me that he was trying to get ahead of the curve and said to the police chief, if you hear this, don't put it in the books. But what did
right.
he do? If he was driving drunk and he hit somebody.
Well,
And
he hit the
no,
back
wait,
of the car.
and he hit someone, and the police came and they realized, like, oh my God, I think this guy's drunk. That to me is different.
I mean,
But no, wait, you hold on. I don't want to put you on the spot, but
okay.
you said he was drunk,
Yeah. Well, I
and
did say that. Yeah.
you did, but now you're saying you're not sure.
Well, people, but people are saying, yeah, everybody out there saying that he did. You know what I'm saying? So he was. So
How
I
do
mean,
they know that though? I'm
maybe
just
maybe they saw it. You don't know that. I
no,
don't
no,
know
no, no,
that.
no. You don't know that. No,
I
no, no.
don't know that.
No, you don't know that. You are taking people's assumptions that he was drunk when there's no evidence of it.
Well, you can still back up and hit somebody's car even if you had about six, maybe seven glasses of
But
wine.
you don't know. What I'm trying to say is that you don't know
Yeah,
that. I can go to my car and
and don't do it.
not it's dark out. Maybe I forgot to turn my lights on, hit reverse, and hit a
Could,
car. I
but
mean,
why?
accidents happen. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I just don't understand the story because you said he was drunk and called the police chief not to record it, which makes me think that the police were there.
So
But
why
now,
is
now you're saying that they weren't, because to me it sounds like that they weren't there. He hit the back of a car, obviously by mistake, and but you don't know if he was drunk because there were no police there. It wasn't a hit and run. He wasn't driving drunk. He got home and nobody noticed that he was drunk on his way home, like he wasn't swerving or he didn't hit anything. He got home. Then he
uh,
went back, and then he went back with no incident, like driving drunk, because somebody would have reported it if he was swerving. You know what happens like when you drink and
yeah,
drive.
I do know. Yeah,
Right? Okay.
uh, but
So he was able to get to his home, then back with nobody saying that he was that he was driving erratically, and the police didn't show up and give him a breathalyzer,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he was able to get home, go back with no incident.
I'm trying to make sense of this.
Okay.
So let me read
So
some. All right. So let me
okay, go
read
ahead. No,
something
okay, go
here.
ahead. Read it. Read
Okay.
it.
Okay. Leaving the scene of an accident involving property damage, the defendant is charged with uh, knowingly leaving the scene of an accident involving property damage in order to prove the defendant is guilt of this defense is the Commonwealth must approve that things beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, so this is what's on here right now.
Yeah, beyond a reasonable doubt. Yeah, the prosecution.
First, that the defendant operating a motor vehicle, and a second that while the defendant was operating a vehicle,
Well, now you're not
he or she,
but you're not talking about what happened with Mayor Coogan. You're giving the law of Massachusetts when there's property damage,
yeah, there was
right?
property damage. Yes, it was.
Okay, but this is not, you're not, but that's not what happened with Paul Coogan,
I don't know
what you're
what they
reading
did.
right now,
I know, but what
right?
they well, I found this. This is what was on here. So, um,
What is it?
and also when during a act which directly tends to set the vehicle in motion, the the law is that this person is operating they didn't mention his name in here. So that's
No, I'm looking at it, and it's got nothing to do with Paul Coogan. You're
yeah.
looking
No,
at
why?
the
Because they didn't
charge.
see again. They did not mention his name in here.
Yeah, but this is on mass.gov. Why would they mention his name?
No, this is Fall River.
Well, up here it says mass.gov.
So I don't know.
This is not Fall River.
Yeah.
It doesn't. That's not Fall River. That's mass.gov.
Let me find it.
Well,
If you find it,
what you're trying to say is that the law regarding like somebody hitting the property like Mayor Coogan did should not
yeah.
have left because that's against the law. But he did go back.
But he did go back though.
The thing is, as far as I know, I don't know because this happened last year. Nobody was there to see it.
2024. I mean, but if someone like me, okay, hit a car, guaranteed the cops are going to be there. Guaranteed I'm going to be taking.
Yeah, well, no, not if nobody saw it. No.
I mean,
if you got into a car and nobody was around to see it, you backed up and hit a car, a fence, a car that might have caused damage. I don't know. And nobody saw it, then really you have nothing to worry about, right?
Well,
if somebody saw it,
yep,
called the police, that's different.
Yeah.
But I don't know the particulars of this. So nobody knows. It's just people are assuming he was drunk, and nobody really knows if he was.
Well, people remember that it was said. You know what I'm saying? People remember that.
Well, if there were no witnesses to what happened, how do they know that? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. I really don't think you should be looking into this that much because I don't think it's a big deal. And I don't think there was some criminal act going on here as far as I can tell. But I don't think you should be making up stories.
I'm not making up any stories.
Well, no, you said he was drunk, and it doesn't say anywhere, any place that he was.
Let me find something. It's on Fall River Reporter.
I don't know. I don't know. The Fall River Reporter is not going to give you the truth because it's the mayor, and he told the police chief not to record it. So you're not going to get any information on it. Okay, you're not going to get any information on it. I think that there are other things you can get Paul Coogan on. And that is, where's the $2 million that the city is short on? That's more important than what happened.
Yeah, that's all right. But
that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus, I think, on what happened to the 2 million. Why are we short? How come we don't have enough firemen? How come we don't have enough policemen? Why is the crime so high? Why is it that people have to be careful when they go to the bus station? Though that's what needs to be, those are the issues that Paul Coogan is falling short of.
He's falling short on a lot of things.
That's right.
Actually, the $2 million and the $2 million, right? And and the roads. I mean, I got pictures of all the roads that deteriorate and all over the city.
Not only that, but you have the bushes and people not taking care of the lawns or bushes that are coming across now to the sidewalks where you couldn't even walk or you couldn't take your scooter. You had to go on, I think, the street or whatever to go around the bushes. Those things that's what needs to be taken care of. Those things are important if you want the city to look nice, presentable, you want to attract people there. You have to make it look nice,
Yeah.
or else it looks sloppy, like
But
people don't care.
yeah, no. But you know, but yeah, if you, I'm going to probably tell you why that why the people don't care. Okay, because one, okay,
Yeah.
high rents. We talked about that, right?
I'm
Crime.
talking no, I'm not talking about rentals. Okay, the tenants are really not responsible for keeping up the property unless they want to. They can if they want to. It's the landlord, it's the owner that should be keeping it clean, unless there's some kind of arrangement with the tenant that they're going to keep it clean,
Yeah,
right? Because that happens. That happens.
yeah, it
It's
does.
not. It's not the renters per se. It's not the renters. It's really the owners that need to take responsibility of their properties. That should make it look presentable and maintain it. Which
Yeah,
is
that's yeah,
if it needs to be painted, if something needs to be repaired, if it has to be mowed, if the bushes have to be cut back. That's the owner should do that.
yeah. But but it's the roads and stuff, and that deteriorate, and and as I go down the road with my e-bike,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
it's getting worse. It's just like it's like sinking. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is getting done with it.
Is
You know what
it?
I'm saying?
Are there potholes? Are there potholes, or is
Oh
just
no, they
bad shape?
it's in bad shape. You know what I'm saying?
Streets are in
I
bad shape.
Yeah, all the roads are in bad shape. Even side streets, all these roads are in bad shape.
So they're not paving anything on in
They're
front of.
not. They're not even fixing them. They,
Yeah,
they only
that's bad.
they only fix. They're only working on Bedford Street. That's about it. Okay, but you know something? I mean, people are complaining about the muffler. I mean, when they boom,
Oh,
the mufflers
cars
come
getting
up.
damaged.
How the mufflers are falling off because of the roads. The roads are deteriorating. They're really bad.
And not
And
because of potholes.
no, it's not because of potholes at all. It's just that cracks in it. All the
Oh, they're
cracks and
cracks.
big, huge cracks inside the side.
Oh,
I
okay.
go over it on my e-bike. I go.
You should have a video of that.
I got a video of the whole entire street.
Yeah, you should show that. You should show that.
I don't know how, but I mean,
You just take a video of where all the cracks are and the damage that cars uh, that the cars are being, that they're being damaged by the cracks or whatever that people are talking about, right?
yeah.
And you can just show the condition of the roads and
Let's
say, where is our tax money going and why isn't this being fixed?
Let me see something here. Let me see if I can find the video. I know I have the video here somewhere. Let's see here. Fucking bullshit.
But you know what I find interesting? The protest that's going to be happening at the high school next week.
Yeah.
So they're going to be protesting the rate hikes for the gas.
Yeah. I got I have all pictures of everything here. But you can see it on my you can see it as I go on my e-bike a lot. You know what I'm saying? Roads are all that even the side streets are terrible. But I wish I had a slideshow so I could see it, but I don't know how to do that.
Right.
Not yet.
Right. So the protest
Yeah.
is about the rate hike,
Yes. The
which
30.
7%. It's almost 40%.
Yeah.
Almost half. Almost half. It's gonna go up half practically.
Yeah. They want us to
Uh,
pay for that.
that's not renewable energy though, right?
Not that I know of. I hope not. I hope it ain't.
I don't know. Usually the people that are complaining about the rate hikes is because of renewable energy. But I don't know about, just the gas pipelines where they're raising the prices. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get more information.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to Alfonso.
It doesn't say here that there's going to be a rate hike
Well, 37%.
in Massachusetts.
Well, they're protesting against it up at DURFEE High School. So
Algonquin. Okay, so they're a subsidiary
yeah.
of Algonquin. I heard of them. That I think that's renewable energy. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't think people want it either.
if I that name sounds familiar,
Yeah.
and I think okay, through our operating known as Liberty is committed to providing safe, reliable, and cost-effective, rate-regulated natural gas, water. That's Enbridge. So it's a pipeline, a gas pipeline, which delivers natural gas to New England. So this is just a pipeline. It is connected to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want that.
It originally comes from the Gulf of America, not Mexico. It's now the Gulf of America. Although although it receives gas from LNG terminal in Massachusetts.
No, they ain't. They're not. They're not doing that
Oh,
shit.
they're expanding.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They want to expand it. I think. Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico. Oh
It's
my
Gulf of
God.
America.
Gulf of America. My God. And yeah, they want to expand it here. Oh my Lord. Is
Well,
that
it says, yeah, it says that they want to expand it. Is that why the price is going up?
yeah, we can't afford that around here. 37%, almost 40%. We can't afford that around here. Oh my.
Algonquin is a Canadian regulated utility company.
Yeah.
It's Canadian.
Yeah, but we can't afford that around here. Oh Lord have mercy.
Well, who's going to get affected by this are going to be the homeowners.
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, the homeowners are gonna be affected by it. We're gonna be affected by it because our
Well,
rents are gonna go up again.
well, the rent, Fall River has more renters than homeowners. So it's going to affect the homeowners for sure.
And the renters too.
And if they have Liberty Utilities, unless they have National Grid, I don't. I don't know what the rate between those two companies are.
Well, I think they changed National Grid into Liberty Utilities.
No, it's not, Dave. It's two separate companies. No.
Two separate companies,
They're yes, I just said they're Canadian.
not the same. But I'd rather have National Grid.
So Liberty Utilities seems like it's a Canadian company, subsidiary of a Canadian company that is getting their gas from the Gulf of America and is coming and is coming up to Fall River through a pipeline that they want to expand. Now that's quite a ways, right? From like say Texas or wherever it's coming from, the pipeline, all the way up to Massachusetts. Those are delivery fees that are probably going up. So what President Trump wanted to do was to create a off the shore of New England someplace. He wanted to make one of those oil drills or whatever, so that the oil goes directly from the Atlantic Ocean in the New England area straight through to all the New England states, so that the gas is cheaper that way.
How is it cheaper that way when we're going to be, if that happens, we're going to pay 37%?
No, you're not listening.
No, I
President
don't. I don't
Trump,
get it.
this has got nothing to do with Liberty Utility. What
Okay.
President Trump wants to do is build an offshore rig. I think that's what it's called. An offshore rig off of New England someplace where the pipeline
Yeah.
would go directly from the Atlantic Ocean in the New England area into New England, bypassing going all the way down south from, I guess, Texas up, which makes it more expensive.
Yeah.
Today in Walmart, I was asked if my electric came from National Grid or Eversource is the renewable energy company. And what they're trying to do is to get people to switch from National Grid that they think your electric is coming from, I don't know, and gas, I'm not sure, to Eversource. But you can't do that because you don't own your home.
Nope.
So it doesn't affect you guys. But the homeowner, if they decide to use Eversource, your utility bills are going to go up. Their utility bills are going to go up. And for sure, your rent is going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's expensive.
Yes, it is.
Renewable energy is expensive. And President Trump said it at the UN yesterday or the other day that the renewable energy is a scam. And all it does is create price hikes. There is no saving with renewable energy.
No, there ain't. There ain't no. I heard President Trump say that.
Yeah. So, and he calls it the Green New Scam. And
Green
so
New
do I.
Scam.
Yeah. And so do I.
I call it the Green New Scam too.
Look, there are people that have money, okay? They have discretionary income, which is they have extra money to spend.
Yeah.
So if somebody has that kind of money and it doesn't faze them, that if they do it or not, it doesn't affect them, that's up to them. You know what I mean? Like they can have renewable energy because they can afford it. I don't see the point of it. I think it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I had money, I wouldn't even do it. It's just, why would I want to spend more money on utilities? It's dumb. To me, it's dumb. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it is. It is dumb.
And so, yeah, they're trying. Eversource is the renewable energy company, but this Liberty Utilities doesn't sound like that's what that is. It's not renewable energy. It is a gas pipeline. So either they want money to expand, or the delivery charges from the Gulf of America up to Fall River is more expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And
Well,
I don't know how many people in Massachusetts have Liberty Utilities. I never heard of it.
I never heard of it either.
I'm so used to dealing with National Grid.
Well, we do have that. We do have National Grid over here.
No, I know, and I'm used to dealing with National Grid
Yeah.
in electric and gas. So I have no idea who Liberty Utilities is. I don't. I've
I
never
look.
heard of it.
I never heard of it either until I saw it on a truck. So I'm used to
Well,
National Grid.
if they're going to protest, then do these people have Liberty Utilities, or are they just protesting for the sake of protesting? You know what I mean? Like, I
Well,
don't know.
they're
I'm not.
protesting it. They're protesting against it. So
Well, I know that, but I'm saying the people that are protesting it, do they have Liberty Utilities as their company for gas or electric and
I
water over
ha-
there?
I have no idea.
Right. So
We'll
I
soon
don't know.
find out. We'll soon find out.
Well, I don't really know
Till we see
if they're
signs.
just protesting because of the price hike in general, or are they protesting the company? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're protesting, and it's not. I mean, look, Mara Healy during her campaign
Yeah.
in 2020, I believe, because she got elected in 2021, 2022. So in
Yeah.
2021, in her campaign, she said she was going to close
Yeah.
two gas pipelines. And I believe she did. I believe she did. And that drives up prices.
Yes, she did.
And that's going to drive up the price. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm not sure.
I don't know either.
And Mara Healy came out and fired two of her employees in the Department of what do they call it?
I didn't.
Utilities or something, or public, whatever. Utilities, I don't know. She fired two of her employees because of the rate hikes.
Ooh.
When she was the one that told them to do it.
So she fired two employees because of the rate hikes.
Yeah,
Hicks.
the
But
utility hikes,
the
yeah.
utility. But Maura Healy is the one that told them to do it.
Oh yeah, of course they can't do it on their own.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. It might make no
Well,
sense.
you know what? You know what it is. I think it's because Mara Healy is not doing well in the polls. That's why.
So she's not doing well in the polls, but she tells them to do it, but yet she fires them.
Right, right, right. And she fired them, like I said, is because she's afraid she's not going to get reelected.
Good. She shouldn't get reelected.
You shouldn't get reelected, and Michelle Wu shouldn't be getting reelected either. So I don't know what the heck is going on in that
Well.
state.
Michelle Wu is running unopposed too. So, I mean,
She's what?
she's running unopposed. In other words, nobody's
Oh, yeah,
running against her.
right. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
she had an opponent, Josh Kraft, who now suspended his campaign,
Yeah.
and she might run unopposed. So she's guaranteed to get it,
Yeah.
which sounds insane to me, but
Yes,
that's
it does.
what it is. And I don't get it. I
I don't
don't
get it.
understand. Um, I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand what the people of Boston are thinking to reelect this woman. I don't get it.
I mean, these people up in Boston, okay,
Yeah,
they
the Green New
complain.
Steel, right?
They complain about
Right,
her doing this,
right,
this, and this, and this.
right. But
But
yet
what?
she's going to get reelected. Does this like make
But
any sense? Does this make any
but
sense?
why are they voting for her up in
Right,
Boston if they keep complaining about it?
right.
So why complain about the issues that are going on in Boston if you're gonna vote for the same person back in again? Why?
You know something. I really think something fishy is going on here with the voting. Now,
There's,
I showed you that the day after the primary, um, ABC showed that over 60,000 people voted in Boston, which I just don't know. I don't believe that.
I don't believe 6,000 people
That
voted in Boston.
cannot be. That is such a farce.
False,
So
yeah,
I'm
corruption.
thinking that most people did not show up to vote, and that's how she got the 60%.
Yep, and just like Fall River.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And
Well, we got to.
that's what the incumbents want, by the way.
Yeah.
They don't want you to go out and vote because they will get back in.
Is the incumbents are telling them or getting? I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
No,
Is
they're
the
not saying anything, Dave. That's how they get you. Do you remember what Boomer said last week?
Yeah.
These people did not even know that it was time to vote in the primary. They didn't even know. It's not advertised.
No, not at all.
So they do it on purpose so that people don't go out and vote so that Paul Coogan will get back in, just like Michelle Wu.
Yeah.
That's the game that they play. And President Trump said that now it's about a week. So last week, in an article by Mass Daily News, um, President Trump's administration
Yeah.
told the Boston bus company that is, federally funded, but I don't know how much of it is federally funded, but it is federally funded. And they told Michelle Wu, the Trump administration told Michelle Wu that if they do not have a safety plan in 2 weeks, that the federal funding is going to be pulled from the buses that run in Boston because of what happened to that 60-year-old woman that got pushed and got severely injured. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I do
Dave,
remember.
what are you
I
looking
do.
at?
I do.
Attention, what?
I do remember. I'm listening to you.
Okay. So, so now President Trump and his administration said that if you don't have a plan in 2 weeks, we're going to pull the funding. So let's see what Michelle Wu does about it.
Good. I hope he does pull the funding.
Well, I think he's going to pull the funding because Michelle Wu will not comply with the Trump
Yeah.
administration. She
Yeah.
won't. She won't do it. So the funds have to be pulled, and they have to do it. No more threats. It has to be done. It has to be done.
Well, I think President Donald Trump will pull the funding.
And you know what? It should happen in Fall River as well.
Yeah,
Or what happened when you got assaulted, the security guards got spit on, and the bus was vandalized. They should
yeah.
pull the feds should pull funding from for Fall River as well.
I think the funding. I think they should pull the federal funding from Fall River. Myself, I think so. I think so
Yeah,
too.
you know what? If they cannot keep people safe in a reasonable way, then don't have the buses. Then just don't have it, or have it, once in a while and not run that often.
Yeah,
Something has to change because what they're doing isn't working. The status quo is not working, and yet people are too lazy to go out and vote.
yeah, yeah. They are too lazy. You're right. I agree.
Well, unfortunately for me, it
Yeah.
shows. It shows that people don't go out and vote in Massachusetts because of everything that's going on there. They don't go vote,
Nope, they don't.
and you can tell. And you can tell.
I just sent you something on, and I just sent you a something on Fall River Mayor Paul Coogan involved in that minor car accident.
Okay, May 2024.
Yep.
So it did get reported. So what's he talking about? He said he told the police that he didn't want it reported, but it did get reported.
Yeah, by the police chief. That's how it got reported.
Yeah, but he told them not to, but they found out about it.
Yeah,
Oh, this is Jess Machado. That's why.
yeah. Jessica Machado. Yes.
Oh, they did get a copy of the police log. Shows reporting party walked into the Fall River Police Department on May 17 and stated that the mayor of Fall River hit her car and took off. Oh, so that's how that happened. Locke stated that the witness to the accident was an employee of the restaurant Carvella. Okay, now this is making sense. Fall River reporter reached out to the mayor's office, who stated that he had dinner at the local establishment, and when he left, he backed out of the parking space and thought he hit a car parked on the side of him. Coogan stated that he got out of his car and looked at both his and the other car and saw no damage. I thought, well, I got lucky, and he left. The mayor said that he then left and went to the opening of a softball season event, and while he was there, got a call from the police department saying that it was reported that he had hit a car and caused damage. So he did cause damage, and so the employee saw it. This now is making sense. The employee saw it, went to the police, told them who did it, and the police. So the police did the right thing. According to Coogan, he asked the officer to give the couple his personal phone number and asked them to call him directly. Coogan said that he spoke to the couple, who he said were great people, very nice couple. So they worked in Taunton. Coogan stated that he met the couple there, and even then, he said he could not see the damage until it was pointed out to him. Coogan stated that he then wrote them a check to cover the damage, $1,000. He said the couple was very understanding and that they looked forward to seeing the mayor at the feast in Fall River this summer. They were great, and I made a mistake. Coogan was driving his own personal car and does not have a city issued vehicle. I do not have a city car. I do not even take money for gas. The mayor also shared that prior to reaching out to the couple, he contacted Fall River Chief of Police Paul Govin to make sure he could handle the matter privately between he and the couple. Oh, well, too late about that. Gavin told Coogan that parties handle things like this all the time and that it was fine. Reporter called Chief Goggin but did not get a call back before he went to print with the story. According to the mayor, the matter is solved. I made a mistake. It's resolved. Well, that was pretty cut and dry,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So if it was us that did it, we'd be in trouble.
Well, he did get in trouble.
Yeah. Well,
Well, he wasn't, Dave, he wasn't drunk.
I don't even want to get into this, really.
Look, Dave, you know what? Look, you have, when you read a story like this, right? And it involves the mayor. It said nowhere that he was drunk. If he had a drink or two, it really doesn't make you drunk, right? Unless you're me, then that's different. I can't hold my liquor. I have to have food so it doesn't get to my head. All right. But I would say most people that doesn't happen to, especially guys. So even if he did, I doubt he was drunk. So it didn't say anywhere that he was drinking. Didn't say it was a hit and run, that he was driving, hit someone that was drunk and blah, blah, blah. No, it was, it happens all the time. This crap happens all the time. He gave him $1,000.
Yeah, bribed him.
It was all set. No.
It was a bribe. It's a bribe. Sorry.
No, the car was damaged.
Yeah, but still, though, I mean.
It was reported, Dave, to the police, and the police contacted Mayor Coogan. It did not go under. It was not swept under the rug. It wasn't swept under the rug. So I think it was, all in the up and up, right?
Yeah. Well,
he was caught. Somebody saw him. They reported it to the police. The car was damaged. They said who it was. The police contacted him, and he gave them money to fix the car. End of the story. That's it. Right?
But would you call that bribery, though, maybe?
No, it's not bribery, because why would it be bribery? Well, I don't understand. Like, why would it be bribery?
I don't know.
It was reported to the police. Why is that?
Somebody else had to report it.
The person that reported it was the person who owned the car that had the damage on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why didn't my question is, but why didn't he call and report it?
Because he didn't see any damage on the car. So he left. And then the police called him, and he did go to Taunton to meet with the couple. And he asked, I don't see the damage, and they pointed it out. And I think just to shut them up, he gave him $1,000.
They write him a check of taxpayers' money. Wrote him a check and gave him
say, "Here you go." I don't know.
Taxpayers' money.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
you don't know that.
I you know something. I don't trust any politician. Let me tell you.
Well, you know what? I don't. You know what? That is to me, is a minor incident, and things like that happen. To me, it would be more serious if he was drunk, was driving drunk, and hit somebody, caused severe damage, or hit someone, a person. That's different.
Yves Bouchard said on here. Said, "Lay off the drinking, buddy." So yeah. So. And Yves Bouchard said he was probably drunk.
Yeah, so, you don't know that. He's just making an assumption. You don't know that.
So David Oliveira says, resign, you loser.
Well, I mean, I don't know about resigning. I think you're going to have to vote him out. So if he's not doing a good job running the city, that is a different story. That's a different story. Now, you do have issues in the city. He's not doing a good job. That's different. That's different.
He's not. Well, he's not doing a good job.
Right.
The reason why we voted for him, let me tell you the reason why. Okay. The reason why we voted for him, is because of Jazel. Okay. It's because of Jazel. That was the reason why. I supported Coogan. Okay, it was
What do you mean?
because of
Oh,
this.
because that guy was an alcoholic.
No, he was a because of Jazel, what Jazel did to the city and to the people,
Oh,
and so there
and
was
so
nobody. There was nobody else running against Coogan at
that's
that
what I'm
time.
saying. Yeah.
So, and Coogan promised us that he would come up with the affordable housing. He would help us with that. You know what I'm saying? Help us, help us bring things here into the city. He promised. He promised that during his campaign. He promised that.
Yeah,
But
politicians. When they promise things, they usually don't deliver. So,
no, he promised that, and this is why we're upset at him right now because of
well, yeah,
the
I mean,
stuff
you should
that
be upset.
because of the things that he says he don't do. Why promise somebody? Why promise the people that you are going to do this and then don't do that?
They do it
Why
all the time
promise? And you know
because
something,
it gets them in. Because it gets them in.
don't promise anything if you're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're not that moral, Dave.
No, they're not. You're right.
No.
And you know something, and this is why we're pissed with them. Okay, this is why we are pissed with them because you know now you're acting like now he's acting like Jason Correa. You know what I'm saying? He's acting like him. You know what I'm saying? You know, but at least Jason Correa promised that he's going to do this, and Jason delivered it. Okay, that's what I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
why
Jay,
was Paul okay? So then why was Paul Coogan elected if the other guy was doing what you wanted him to do?
well, because of the stealing and the money laundering and stuff that was going on.
Well, Paul Coogan's doing the same thing.
Well, yeah, he's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So why talk bad about a former politician when your dumbass is doing the same thing? I mean, are you
They
kidding
all do
me?
this. They're all, I would say, practically all politicians, if they're not corrupt, they end up being corrupt because it's so tempting with the money that is available. It's so tempting to just steal. And that's
Yeah,
what they do. That's what they do. Congress in DC does the same thing. The Senate in DC does the same thing.
yeah.
There's a big corruption problem in politics.
Yes, it is, and it needs to be cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And you know what? President Trump is trying to do something about it. I think his Justice Department could do more and stop threatening and just do it like with Michelle Wu in the Sanctuary City. They need to just go in and arrest. Did you guys hear about someone? Yes, he targeted ICE, ended up killing. Oh, he then, I did hear, I didn't know that he ended up killing. Yeah, the ICE agents killed somebody. I didn't know it was illegal though. Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense because they were at an ICE detention center. So yeah, I
I
think I
heard
did.
about that too.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I heard about that. The
And
ice
then he
did.
took his own life. Yeah. Well,
It's
JD Vance and others were talking about this incident. Oh, what's his name? Ted Cruz, because he's from Texas.
yeah,
And he's saying that people need to stop
yeah.
with this political violence. And the Democrats need to tone down the rhetoric. That they're doing this. They are doing this.
It's a political. Political violence. I mean, look what happened to Charlie Kirk when he was telling the
That's
truth.
right. That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? When he was telling the truth, political violence. The guy didn't deserve to die. Yeah, I mean, if a person don't agree on his ideology, okay,
Yeah.
Why go and kill the guy? You know what I'm saying? But why go and do that to
You
him?
know,
31 years old.
yeah, you know what, Dave? I've been following this a little bit more on YouTube because you're not going to get it on mainstream media. So I've been listening to some YouTube channels on it. And there are still people talking about this.
Yeah,
And
well,
they're talking about the incidences that happened that led up to him being shot that day. And
yeah.
I'm telling you, it is sketchy. This is you know what? I'm beginning to think that the shooter that they have in Utah is not the shooter. He's not the actual shooter.
Well, they better
There were two at least. There were two at least because on my live yesterday,
yeah.
I found a video on YouTube where a military guy saw how Charlie Kirk got hit, how his head went forward, and then he slumped. And because they were saying that he got hit in the front,
Yeah,
right?
well, the bullet went right into his juggle of his neck.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. This video shows otherwise.
Yeah.
He got shot from the back. The shooter was behind Charlie Kirk. The shooter was behind Charlie, not in front, like that guy
Oh,
that they have
jeez.
now, Tyler Robinson. There was somebody else behind Charlie Kirk, up like 2 stories about. He was behind what looked like bushes, kind of hard to make out. They have the video,
Oh, they
and it's
have
on,
that video.
yes, it's on my live that I did yesterday. I do not show the part where you see the bullet hit him on the side or on the back, and then the bullet came out in front of the neck. I don't know about that. No, that was not, they were not, that guy that shot those two people in Minnesota was a appointee from Tim Walz. He was not a Republican. So the bullet hit the back of his neck and came out the front. It did not hit the front of his neck and come out the back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you want to go if you want to go see the video, if you're curious and you want to go see that video, I forget the name of the guy, but I put it on my live. And
Yeah.
you can see I show the part where you can see that there is a shooter behind Charlie Kirk. And he has an AR-15 rifle with a scope.
Oh, jeez.
And then what happened, what I heard today, Candace Owens, what she said, or yesterday, what she said was she was looking into it and got a hold of the witnesses that were there. So she got a hold of the witnesses that say they saw the shooter. Somebody showed them who the shooter was, and they said, no, that's not him. That's not who we saw. We saw a guy in camouflage.
And camouflage. Oh, they better. I hope they don't. I hope they don't execute the wrong person.
Well, this is not the first time this stuff has happened. Okay,
Yeah.
now the FBI wants to close. Their FBI wants the people in Utah, law enforcement, to hurry up and close the case. So something fishy is going on here. There is no doubt about it.
Why?
Yeah,
Why? Why
yeah.
do they want? Why is the FBI
Well,
want
because they
to
don't,
have
because
Utah police to hurry up with the investigation?
yeah,
Why?
they want, find them guilty, death penalty or no death penalty, wrap this up so that people will move on and forget about it.
So if you execute the wrong guy or put this guy in front of a firing squad and end up killing him, and then the real shooter's out there, so you just killed the guy for no reason,
Yeah, but
and the
but do you
shooter's out
understand?
there.
Yeah, do you understand though? This is planned. This was planned.
Oh,
So today I was listening to the stories that led up to Charlie Kirk being shot.
yeah, they told the truth.
And I talked about that today on my live. But I don't think you watch it, Dave. So you don't know
No,
because
no,
you don't
yeah,
listen to my lives.
I listen to your lives. I
You
watch
do?
them. I watch them. Of course I do. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. But today, I don't think I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I can't remember. But there were a lot of weird things that happened that led up to him being shot in Utah.
Yeah,
And I'm sorry, but this is suspicious. And
yeah.
I think it involves a particular country in the Middle East that I'm not going to say because you might know you know who that is.
Oh, I do.
And maybe the United States as well. So, and the FBI might be involved. I think the FBI knows that's why they want to wrap this up because a lot of people are asking questions.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people are asking questions, especially in Turning Point, the people that worked for Charlie Kirk. They're asking questions on about the FBI and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's I'm sorry. I really think this was, to me, this seems planned out. This He was targeted um, for a couple of reasons, maybe concerning Turning Point USA and his donors for Turning Point USA that wanted Charlie Kirk to stand by that particular country in the Middle East.
Oh,
So this is, I don't think it's as simple as it looks. I really do think this was a setup.
I'm starting to believe it too now myself, as how you just explained it.
Well, it's all just too coincidental.
Yeah.
How is it that all these things happened before
Mhm.
they did this to him? It's impossible not to think that that's the reason,
Yeah.
that they had something to do with it. Of course, they're saying that they had nothing to do with it, but do you know that Netanyahu did call Charlie Kirk the day before he was shot?
For real?
For real.
Net Yahoo.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He wanted to give Turning Point USA money, and Charlie Kirk refused it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not. This is
This is far from over.
yeah, this is ugly. I think this is ugly. I really do.
They killed the
Uh,
guy for
what
no they
what happened to Charlie Kirk was unnecessary. It was
because
totally unnecessary.
31 years old because he told the truth. He told it like it was. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Charlie Kirk was someone who wanted to debate. So he was talking about the Israeli issues concerning our government and how we're involved with Israel. And then on the other side, he had the college kids that were talking to Charlie Kirk saying, we don't want the US supporting Israel. So he wanted to have a discussion about that.
A debate, in other words.
Yeah,
But the debate was good. There was no issues with the debate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, he went on. He had Ben Shapiro on his show. That
Oh
was
man.
that was his last show.
Yeah.
That was Charlie Kirk's last show. That when he had Ben Shapiro on, and they were talking about Israel.
Yeah.
And he also had Tucker Carlson on his show that his donors did not want him to have. This is just too much. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, this is just really something. Was
Yeah.
the information that is coming out that the FBI is not looking into because they know what happened.
Of course they did.
They know what happened.
Of course the FBI knows.
They know what
Don't
happened.
you? When you think that the FBI is covering up all this?
I think that they are, because the story that they told the public is really doesn't add up. It just doesn't.
Well, let's say now, if the FBI is covering this up, okay,
Yeah.
and they find out that the FBI is, when
Yeah.
you think that the FBI is going to get in a lot of trouble for covering it up?
No. Nope. Absolutely not.
Wow.
Absolutely not. Nope.
FBI covers up things anyway. What else is
Right.
new?
That's right. That's
So
right.
is the CIA and
Yes.
the FTA or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
What? Like,
ATF.
why? Yeah. Why does the FBI want to shut this very quickly? Because they don't want people prying into this and getting information. They're afraid of the truth coming out. So they're telling law enforcement in Utah to hurry up.
Well, I'm sure the governor. I'm sure that the governor of Utah is investigating this too. So I'm sure that they are, and I'm sure that the governor of Utah is going to take his
They're
time.
not no. They're not investigating.
No,
No, yeah, the FBI covers up a lot. Yeah, a
a
lot
lot
of
of
crap.
stuff. A lot of yeah.
Look, if they're all in on it, the FBI had a decoy, this kid who was also there. There were two shooters there, maybe more, but maybe there were two. That kid, maybe, and the other one that was behind Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
So let's just say, for argument, that there were two shooters there that day, maybe more. Somebody said they saw three. Who's to say that the shooter that fell, that they have the tape of the video of, he fell from the roof and took off? Who's to say that that was Tyler Robinson?
Tyler Robinson. I don't even know him.
That's the shooter, Dave.
Is it?
Yes.
That's horrible.
That's who they say shot Charlie Kirk.
That's horrible. Tyler Robinson.
I said that I have a video that I did yesterday where this YouTuber says that he's debunking the story that the FBI put out there.
Yeah. Now I'm listening to you.
I know, but I want you to engage. Like,
I
I
am
feel like I'm
engaged.
talking to myself. Like, what do you think? Like, you asked me, what do I think? What do you think about this FBI with the story that came out saying that this kid did it, but it was maybe somebody else?
What do I think about that?
Yeah.
Honestly, with the FBI, I think it's bullshit. That's what I think.
Well, I know, but what do you think of the FBI going through all that trouble to come up with this cockamamie story about this
Oh,
kid
yeah,
being the shooter, but it might be somebody else because they're covering it up.
they're covering it up. That's what they're doing. I'm saying there's nothing more I can say, but they're just covering it up. So what happens is that the FBI will come up with this cockamamie story, okay, saying, it's it's not him or it's the other one. So in other words, to throw everybody off track. I think that's what's really going on. They're throwing people off track.
It's more than that.
It's more than that, yeah, but they're throwing people off track.
Well,
So in other words,
they're actually blaming somebody that might not have done it at all.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're blaming the guy right now that might not even have done it. You know what I'm saying? Now, now the governor of Utah is over there like, okay, well, they're prepared to take this guy to trial, and they're prepared to either use a firing squad or the electric chair.
If he gets the death penalty, Dave, we don't know if he's going to get the death penalty.
Well, I mean, if he didn't do it and then somebody else did it, why should this guy get the death penalty then? Why is he locked up?
He might not get the death penalty. It's going to depend on the jury.
Yeah. Juries there. Sometimes they make a mistake too.
The prosecution is going to present the case that he did it. They're going to show the evidence. They're going to say he found the DNA there. He did this. He sent messages to his partner on Discord. So the evidence, it's making it look like he did it.
So it's making it look like he did do it. Ooh.
And I would say the jury is going to find him guilty.
Yep.
And then it's going to be up to the jury, I believe, whether they're going to give him the death sentence.
Yeah. This is crazy. What a mess. What a mess, I'm telling you.
It is. You know what? This is the first time for me that I have actually witnessed an FBI cover-up.
I just witnessed it too myself.
I've always heard about it, like JFK, Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else was, this conspiracy? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I mean, I've always heard about it, but this is the first time that I've actually seen somebody prominent like Charlie Kirk get murdered. And
I saw that.
And it seems like the FBI is covering it up.
Mm-hmm. The FBI is covering up because the FBI don't want the people to know what happened. What really happened.
I think so. Because you know what? The FBI can say, hurry up, get this over with, because they know people are asking questions. And that videos are circulating, at least on YouTube and probably other social media sites as well, about the last interviews that Charlie Kirk did before he got shot. And it's raising suspicions, and they don't like it. And the FBI doesn't like it. So they're like, hurry up, which starts next week.
Yeah. So they're rushing the Russian Utah PD to hurry up with the investigation. So that way the people won't even know what really happened.
Well, the people
So
are going to say they found the killer. They found the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. End of story. He's in jail for life, or he's going to get the death penalty. And that's why the FBI is saying, hurry up,
yeah.
get this to trial, which is next Monday. It starts.
So next Monday, wow, this is going to be good. This is going to be live too. I'm going to watch this one. You know what I'm saying
So
too.
next Monday is when the trial starts, and I think it's going to be through a webcam. Okay, and so he's not going to be in court. He's going to look at it from, I think, the jail cell where he's staying right now. And I think he's on suicide watch.
Really?
Yeah, he's on suicide watch. So I think they want the trial to go quickly, to find him guilty quickly, and to put him in jail so that people will say, oh, okay, it looks like they got Charlie Kirk's
Murderer.
assassin, murderer. And you know what? I'm glad. Let's move on.
When the real murderer is out there. When the real murderer is out there.
When it seems like it was somebody else that did it.
Yeah. I'm
It's
starting
crazy.
to think. Yeah, it is crazy. I'm starting to think that ain't the guy. It's just the way that you're explaining it. I'm kind of
Well, even the text messages that they publicized of Tyler Robinson and his partner is just strange. Like Candace Owens was like, who talks like that? Like, who says that?
Yeah.
So it's very suspicious, and it doesn't even make sense. Like when you read through it, it's like there seems to be a lot of things missing. Like it's bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre.
There's something going on.
I think there is something going on.
I mean,
think so.
I'm with you. I agree. I'm with you.
At least that's what it seems like from the videos that I'm watching, and how people are asking questions. And the video that this YouTuber showed yesterday, it was clearly he was shot from the back
Instead of the front.
instead
But why did they say that there was a shooter on a roof?
There was somebody on the roof
from the front, not the
front.
back, not the back. Yes, they said there's a shooter on the roof. He climbed the ladder, and he got on the roof. They said that they found a ladder there. Once they went there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it all could have been a shove.
Yeah, put the ladder up
to distract from the real shooter.
Could be.
That's what they're trying to say. That's what they're trying to say.
Well,
because there was at least one witness that said that was not the shooter we saw. It was somebody else. And he was in camouflage.
So there was
so if you remember when he got shot, there was this old man. Remember the old man?
The old man was right there.
Yeah, the old man that was there and started yelling that he did it so that the shooter could get away.
I remember the old man yelling at him.
Yeah. Do you remember the old man? He was distracting law enforcement and telling them that it was him that did it. And then he later on said, I did it on purpose so that the shooter could get away.
So in other words, he's going to be charged with aiding and abetting.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a aiding and abetting. In other words,
Yeah,
even if he didn't do it,
right,
and then he said he did it, then he said, "Oh, I only said I did
right.
it
Well,
because so I
that's
could distract the shooter,
well,
let the shooter get away."
that's obstruction of justice.
That is obstruction of justice.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if I don't think he got charged. Not that I know of. I don't know. Nobody's talking about this guy, but it was suspicious that he
Wow.
did it and he was there to make sure. It seems like, I mean, why would he be there? Like, why would a guy that age would want to listen to college kids' questions?
Why?
Was he the only old man there? I
I
didn't
don't
see
even know.
any old.
I should go
I,
back to the video. Go back to
I
the
didn't
videos
see
and
any
it's,
old people in the crowd. They were all college age.
yeah.
So he was the only one. Why was he there?
Why would
Because
an old
he's
man
done
want to?
it before. He's done it before.
Hmm.
He's been to other protests and done this.
Why would an old man want to be at a
So
protest? I
why
don't
was
understand.
he at that particular? I'm sorry, something's just not right here. It's
Yeah,
just way too many coincidences that
yeah,
just don't add up. It's just bizarre. The whole thing is very bizarre.
yeah.
It really is. It really is. And it's terrible that had to happen to him. He had a family, young
Yeah,
kids, a
yeah.
wife. I
I
mean,
mean,
what? No, no like empathy at all. No, like they don't care. They just
no.
wanted to eliminate him. They just wanted to eliminate him. Done for. We're going to get rid of him to shut him up so that the whole organization goes down the drain. And that's not what's happening.
Well, the reason why they wanted to do that, okay, to get rid of him like that, is because he told the truth. The truth bothered everybody. When you tell the truth, it bothers people.
Well, I,
Charlie Kirk told the truth,
Well, I don't know, maybe, but I know. Well, I think it's more than that, Dave. I
but he told
really
the truth
think
though.
I really think that this is more than political. I think this is more spiritual because he talked about the Bible and he talked about Christ. And I really don't think these people liked that.
It's not what they like. It's just that they didn't they. It's just not. It's not what they like.
He,
It's just that he told the truth when he talked about the Bible, and
well,
I'll
he
bet you that's
quoted
what killed him.
a lot of his positions that he had in his way of thinking was biblically driven. And he turned a lot of people to the Bible, especially young men who were confused after the Biden administration and talking about LGBTQ and how
Yeah,
they were feminizing these young men and young boys in the
yeah,
schools. In the schools, they were pushing the gay agenda. They were pushing, if you think you like boys, it's okay. All that kind of stuff. They were, if you think you're a boy and you're a girl, you can dismember yourself and become a boy and vice versa. They were pushing this agenda. The Biden administration was pushing this agenda on the kids. So now you have these kids that are in college, and Charlie Kirk is asking, and these kids, these college kids, were asking about transgenderism
yeah,
because this is the issues that they grew up with under the Biden administration.
yeah.
And Charlie Kirk's answer was, "You're a man. God made you in his image. God made you a male. You are a male." So, in other words, don't be confused. You're a man.
You're a man, not a woman. That's what he. That's
Yeah,
what
don't
basically
think
what.
that, don't go, in other words, don't go into the argument that it's okay if you like men, okay? Because that's what they were pushing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So these kids that are in college are like, what do we do? How do we handle this? How do we handle the gay? How do we handle transgenderism? Like, what do we say? I mean, so they went to Charlie Kirk and asked questions about that.
Yeah. I mean, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Going to him and
Right,
asking. Yeah, it's normal.
exactly. But he gave a biblical point of view, which I really don't think the people that did this to him liked that.
Yeah. It sounds about. I agree. It sounds about right.
Well, I mean, that's my perspective on it. He was a very good debater.
Yes, he
Charlie
was.
Kirk was a very good debater.
Yeah, he knew how to debate. I'll tell you that. But
Let me tell you know something. This country lost a very important figure. They lost a very talented, very smart guy.
yes, public figure too. 31 years old.
A
Shot
very
him.
smart man, very
Yeah.
smart man. His TPA USA organization brought in millions of dollars, millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's huge. His TPA USA is huge. And after he passed away, more schools signed up to have more of the TPUSA chapters across colleges and high schools. It is gross what happened to Kirk. Yeah, and these
Yeah.
people were celebrating his death, and that is sick.
Yeah.
It is sick, and it is unbelievable that they would be celebrating because he had a different point of view. But that's exactly what JD Vance and Ted Cruz was talking about today, that political violence is being tolerated. And it's scary because
They
somebody,
celebrate this. They celebrate this guy's death because he told the truth.
and about the ICE official, about the ICE too, what happened there, that the ICE agents got shot at, and then they shot back, killed somebody, and then the shooter shot himself.
Hey, there's a thing on Facebook. There's a thing on Facebook there. I don't know where it's at, but one of the ICE agents lost a bullet or something.
What?
One of the ICE agents lost a bullet.
What do you mean he lost a bullet?
No, no, lost a bullet. Lost one. I don't know what they mean by that. Lost a bullet. They lost a bullet from one of their guns.
You mean they shot at somebody and they lost a bullet?
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you shoot, you're gonna
You're gonna lose a bullet.
yeah, minus one bullet. And
Yeah.
if it hit the person, it's probably in the person, I would say.
Yeah. I don't know. They said that they were very concerned about that.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about, but the guy made a comment that an illegal got shot, which makes sense because you're at an ICE detention,
Yeah.
right? So that makes
Yeah.
sense that they
Wow.
got shot. And also, wasn't there something else too? Like, I think it was in Texas or was it Chicago, where an ICE agent was dragged by a car
I heard
and
that.
the ICE agent shot at the driver and killed him. And I think that was the illegal that maybe he's talking about.
Yep.
I think those are two separate incidences.
I think they're two separate incidents too.
Happened, and in Chicago too, where a woman who was a teacher tried to block the vehicles, and the ICE agent, one of them,
Yeah.
pushed her out of the way, and she ended up on the ground. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that one. And what
But
about
this,
the one in New Bedford where the ICE agent was arresting somebody, and there was a woman, I think, on the other side recording the whole thing, and she said she started calling them all kinds of names, the ICE agents. I was swearing at them. I don't want to say because I don't want to lose my live stream, but she was actually swearing at them. She was cussing them out. She was asking the guy that was getting put in the back of the van. She was asking, "Oh, what's your name?" And he yelled out his name or something. I got it on my Facebook page. Actually, you know what? I think I shared it. That's what I did. I shared it.
speaking of which, did you hear that Governor Newsom passed a law saying that all law enforcement officials, including ICE agents, could not wear masks?
Yeah, I saw that too.
And
What a
you know what
scumbag he is.
and the DOJ laughed at him, saying, "Yeah, we're not going to be listening to that law."
Come on, I mean, how the hell did this guy come up with that stupid logic? Okay, Governor Newsom. Okay,
Right.
he comes up with some stupid weird things. Okay, I mean, this guy is weird. Okay, he's
Did you?
unbelievable. He's
Is he
unbelievable.
running for president? Is he running to become the president in 2028?
Oh, I hope not, because I won't be
Oh,
voting for that guy.
I
God,
thought they said that he was going to be a presidential candidate.
him being a presidential candidate, I put shit on him. I would make horse shit out of a flag for him.
Jim, do you remember like Jimmy Kimmel? He got
Oh, Jimmy
taken
Kimball.
off the air and now he's back on the air. I mean, is that nuts?
It's crazy. I'm telling you,
What
it
is
is. It's
this?
nuts.
This is crazy.
People are nuts, man. I'm telling you.
And you know what? And you know what happened? Because they did that, he had over 6 million people watching his show.
6 million people.
Oh, yeah,
I wish I had 6 million people watch my show.
can you believe that is like the highest he's ever had?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if this was like all a ploy to say, hey, you know what? We're going to pull the plug and then we're going to put him back on and made his show popular.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I know what you mean, sister.
That's what it seems like. It's bizarre. I'm sorry,
I
but
do.
it's like, hey, you know
Yeah.
what? We're going to pull the plug. We're not going to have you on for a week. Everybody's going to know about it. And some people like there was this woman, she's a popular musician. She canceled her tour because Jimmy Kimmel's show was canceled.
Oh. Something's wrong with that picture.
And now he's back on.
And now he's back on. Maybe
So is her shows now going to still be canceled, or is she now going to retract that statement and have her?
I don't know. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with that one. I'm like, hey, look, you know something. Hey, I don't mean. I'm just saying that there is something wrong with that picture. Something is going behind. Come on, you get taken off the show. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. then all of a sudden you got 6 million people watching. Then you come back
Right.
on, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden she comes back on, right?
Well, I don't
So
know if she is. I said, is she going to? I don't know if she's going to.
if she comes back on, that means that means she's gonna come
Yeah,
out
but a
with
lot
something.
of people complained about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled, saying it was free speech. If that was a Trump supporter, they would say that that was hate speech.
Yes, it would be.
But if they do it, it's free speech. You know what I mean? Like they complain it's free speech. When the other side does it, it's hate speech.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're already trying to take away our our free speech, anyways.
do you think that, Jimmy Kimmel, who made comments about
Yeah.
what happened to Charlie Kirk afterwards, some distasteful comments. Do
I
you
heard.
think
Right.
do you think that that is protected by free speech?
I think it's protected by. I think it's. Um, uh, Wait a minute. Let me retract my
Because
statement.
a lot of people on Facebook or social media lost their jobs for, like that um, comment said, for celebrating his death. A lot of people got fired because of it.
Oh, that's well. Uh,
So, do you think that's infringing on free speech, or do you think that there's a should be a line drawn concerning free speech? You know what I mean? Like, is that celebrating somebody's death? Like the other side did not like Charlie Kirk, so they were happy that he was gone. Is
yeah.
that protected by free speech?
Not that I know of. I don't know.
Well, there is nothing in the Constitution that says they cannot say that.
No, they cannot say that. No, no, no. That's yeah. All right.
No,
So
I
there's.
know, I know it's in poor taste, but my question is, do you think what they said is protected under the First Amendment of free speech? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I'm
So
just.
did they have a right to say that because they didn't like Charlie Kirk?
They didn't like him.
So did they have a right to say it even though it wasn't poor taste? Like, is that speech protected under the First Amendment? I would say yes.
Uh,
Yes.
well,
Not
I
that I
mean,
agree, not that
uh,
I agree with
no,
it.
no. I'm going to say I'm going to say yes too, because the reason why I'm going to say yes to it, not that I agree with it, which is wrong for people to say that. You know what I'm saying about Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying,
Right. Yeah.
and celebrating his death. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
But,
it's covered under the First Amendment. It's covered under
but
the
do you
first.
know, Dave, what Charlie Kirk said about that?
Well,
He said that before, this was obviously before September 10th. He said, "I love to join your live stream whenever you're adding me in this my Discord name." Okay. Um, he said that, yeah, you have free speech, but when you work for somebody, then it's questionable.
yeah.
Is that really free speech, though? Do you know what I
Uh,
mean? If
yeah,
you
I
work
know what you mean.
for
I know what you
someone,
mean.
I mean, I don't know. I do
I
not agree with people celebrating his death. Um,
I don't agree with it neither.
Well, because we liked him, so of
Yeah.
course we're not going to like it. But I mean, but is it free speech? Were they protected under the First Amendment of free speech for saying that they did not like Charlie Kirk and that he was glad he was gone? I don't know. What does your audience think? I would love,
Uh,
I would love to know that. I would love to know what people think. Even with Jimmy Kimmel
yeah.
and him, taken off the air, then he's put back on. Do you think that they should have done that after what he said about Charlie Kirk? Is that free speech?
I don't think it is. No, it's not.
So you say it's not free speech, that they should not have said that, and it's not protected under the First Amendment, right? So you
Right.
you don't agree that they should have said that.
I don't agree with it. No, I don't. I don't agree that they should have said that.
Well, I don't either, but the question again is, it was in poor taste, but can they say it because of the First Amendment?
Well,
That's what I'm wondering.
it has to be. It has to be. It has to be written in the Constitution for them to say something like that.
No, it doesn't say anything like that under the Constitution because
Okay, so they have no right. They have no right to say it. Then, if it's not written, then they have no right to say it at all. So, if it's not
well,
written, if it's
no,
not,
the Constitution does not say that they cannot mock anybody's death. It doesn't say that in the Constitution. Hate speech isn't even the Constitution, right? SCOTUS has ruled that multiple times. Yeah. So it's hate. They call it hate speech, but what's hate speech? Isn't even in the Constitution, right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, hate speech is not there. So they so
It's kind of like hate speech,
yeah.
if you want to put it in that category, okay. But what is hate speech?
What is hate speech?
Yeah, like it's not in the Constitution. So what is hate speech?
All right, say okay, say that you okay
Yeah.
say that you okay say that you believe in I'm just going to say it for the heck of it. Just say that
Yeah.
you believe in uh, uh, that Donald Trump is going to give us uh, stimulus money, okay, stimulus checks. Just saying. And I can turn around and say to you, okay, well, you know, I don't like Donald Trump. I hate him. Okay, which is
Right.
I love him, but
Right.
yeah, so I could say, well, Donald Trump ain't gonna do anything for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I could say I don't know, I could say something.
So you
I'm
saying
trying,
I don't like the president. I hate him. He's
yeah.
not going to do anything. He hasn't done anything right. Blah blah blah. Do you have the right to say that?
No, I don't have the right to say that at all because it's not in the Constitution.
No,
I have
you're
no right.
getting mixed up. No, no,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no, no, no. The Constitution says you have a right to free speech.
yeah.
So you said, hypothetically, that you don't like the president. He's not going to do anything for you. He's a joke, blah, 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 blah. Under the First Amendment, you do have the right to say that.
I do have the under the First
Yeah,
Amendment. I
you
do have
said
the
that
right to say that.
you said you didn't have the right,
Oh, okay, all right.
but you do have the right to say that.
Okay.
And
So
that's what
then,
I'm trying to say. And that's
okay.
what James said with the hate speech.
Yeah. Okay.
For us who liked Charlie Kirk,
And for
that
us who like
is,
Donald Trump too. So
yeah. So somebody who doesn't like Donald Trump is going to go, yeah, all right, yeah, he agrees with me. I can't stand him. Da, 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 da. but that's their political point of view, which they have a right to, even though you don't agree with it.
I can say, well, hey, look, I don't agree with it, but they do have the right to say, what they feel about the president of the
So
United
do you
States.
think it was right for the people that were glad what happened to Charlie Kirk, that they got fired for saying that? Do you think that they should have gotten fired? Because
Well,
most people say yes, they should have gotten fired. But under the First Amendment, should they have gotten fired?
let me put it this way: if I owned
Yeah,
a business, right,
yeah, yeah,
I had an employee. Just say I had you working for me, okay,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm not there, and all of a sudden I get a phone call from a customer saying that, that you said that you're glad that we're gonna go celebrate Charlie Kirk's death, okay? Just
yeah,
saying, and I come in and tell you, okay,
yeah,
well, I come in and say, okay, Annalisa, I just got a phone call from one of the customer saying that you were saying bad things, and then I would explain to you that what you had said, and then I would say, hey, look, you know something, I cannot have this in my store. I wouldn't fire you. Okay, I wouldn't fire you, but I would send you home for 3 days without pay.
yeah. But that's still punishment
Yeah, but I will not
for,
fire. I will not fire you, but I would
yeah,
send you
but
home.
it's still punishment for speech.
Yes, I would
Okay,
send you home.
you're still punishing me for expressing my point of view that is protected under the First Amendment. Does an employer have the right to fire someone because they made posts like that? That's
Yes,
what I'm
yeah,
trying
yes,
to
they
say.
can. They can.
You
They
think
can
that
get
they
fired from
can,
it.
even though the First Amendment says they have a right to free speech.
Well, you know something, but you have to know this. You have to check the policies of where you work. Okay, you have to check the policies, even though it says it on the first, even though it says it on the
Yeah,
first, right? But you have to check the policies and see what the policies
yeah,
are. You know what I'm
but
saying?
you can't. Okay, again, I don't know, but can a business say to their employees, "You cannot use this language. You cannot celebrate somebody's death, whether you agree with their politics or not"? Can a business do that?
Well, again, uh,
I'm just wondering,
yeah,
because okay, so if you work for the government,
yeah.
and and you work for the public, um,
No,
I,
you can't say that.
I
If you
don't,
work, if you
that's
work for, if you work for if you're working for the government, you can't go around and saying that.
yeah. But if the government was, let's say, Biden or Kamala Harris right now, right?
Yeah.
Hypothetically, we're pretending,
Mhm. Yeah.
and these people
Even though
did
I
the
don't
same.
like them.
Right. And say these people did the same thing. They celebrated on social media Charlie Kirk's death because they didn't agree with his politics. He was this, that, and the other thing. Do you think that Harris or Biden would say something to the employers that fired those people, saying that they have a right to do that? Do you think that they would say that? I think that they would. I think that
I think that they would, but I think President Trump would actually say it. You know what I'm saying? Well, why
no,
did you say?
President Trump is on Charlie Kirk's side. So he's glad that they got fired.
Good. Well, I agree with Trump
And
then.
so that's what the commenter was saying. Hate speech. Hate speech is not in the Constitution, because what your hate speech might not be my hate speech.
Mhm. You don't go around saying that. No, you don't go around. You don't go
Well,
around saying.
but they did though, Dave.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they could.
Even
If
if
they.
it was in poor taste and you don't agree with it, I believe, unfortunately, I don't know, I think they have a right to do that, whether you like it or not.
Well, I
Now,
disagree. I'm
I,
just saying I disagree.
but that's not the question that I'm asking. So inciting violence, though, I think is different. So
Yeah.
if they went on and said, "I'm glad that happened. He deserved to get shot," because a lot of them did say that, and
Yeah, it's all over social media.
that to me is more like inciting violence.
Political violence, anyway.
Yeah, and that's where I think now it's like, wait a minute. What are you saying? That it's okay to kill someone? It's one
No.
right. It's one thing to say I didn't like him, I didn't like his point of views, and blah 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 blah. Okay, but it's
Right.
another when you say I'm glad he got shot. I hope President Trump is next. I hope they keep doing it. Now you're inciting violence.
Political violence, yeah.
Is that protected under the First Amendment of free speech?
I don't know. I can't tell you. It could be and it
That
could not
that's
be.
that's where it gets to me tricky.
It could be and it could not be. I don't know. I mean, you'd have to Google it or something, or Google it.
Because like your commenter said, that there is no such thing as hate speech in the Constitution.
Well, then he's right. Then I agree with him.
So is inciting violence hate speech?
Yeah, and it's not in the Constitution. If you're going to
No,
cite, if you're going to incite a riot, okay, that is hate. That is hate speech. Okay, and it's not in the Constitution. It's really it's also it's political violence. That's all it is.
what
You
you're
know.
saying is that the Constitution does not say you cannot say these things. It doesn't
Nope.
say that. As a matter of fact, it doesn't say anything about that. It doesn't say you can't say this, this, and this.
That's messed up.
No, it's not messed up. That's what's the Constitution. That's the First Amendment. That's
I'm
free
just like,
speech, Dave. What do you mean that's messed up?
no, I know. I was just thinking about something else.
No, no, you weren't. No, the Constitution does not say that people cannot express their point of view if they don't agree with them.
That
It
is
doesn't
true.
say that. It doesn't say that.
Well,
It doesn't say that. Because, like Charlie Kirk said, he wanted to have a debate and a discourse for the people he disagreed with.
yeah,
That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get the people that we don't agree with, that he didn't agree with, and come to the microphone and see
Yeah.
if they could have a discussion or a debate or a discourse, whatever you want to call it, on the issues they disagreed with. That's what he was all about. That's what he was all about. He wanted the people to come up to the microphone that did not agree with him, not the ones that agreed with him. He wanted the ones that did not agree with him to have a discussion and open up so that what happened to him wouldn't happen to anybody getting shot and inciting violence. That's what he didn't want.
Yep.
Because he said, once you stop talking, this is where you get violence. When you don't talk, when you don't have a discussion and you're not understanding where the other person is coming from. If you could watch his interview with Ben Shapiro, you would understand what I'm trying to say.
No,
Because
no, yeah.
Charlie Kirk said, people do not agree. The people that I talk to do not agree with the United States helping Israel because they're doing this, this, and this. What do you say about that? Because Ben Shapiro is a big supporter of Israel.
Ben Shapiro, yeah, he is a big supporter of Israel.
Huge. He's Jewish. He practices Judaism. And he's a conservative one at that.
Yeah.
He's a Zionist. He even said he's all that. So then he went on to explain why he stood behind Israel. That's what he was talking about. That's what Charlie Kirk was talking about. People that said, we don't agree with what's going on with Israel. Why are they doing this, this, and this? And then Charlie Kirk says to Ben Shapiro, can you help explain to me what is going on with Israel, why they did this, why did they did that, blah, blah, blah. And then Ben Shapiro tells him why. That's what he was talking about.
Oh.
These people that are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death,
Yep.
They're listening to the rhetoric and the propaganda from the politicians and the media.
That's what they're listening to.
That's where they get their ideas, and then you get your political violence, and then you get these people celebrating somebody's death because they didn't agree with them.
Yeah. I just don't understand. I really don't understand, why, still why that they have to kill a guy for telling the truth and, and want to, open up a debate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think everybody's entitled of their opinions. That's what I'm thinking. Everyone's entitled of their opinions. They are, and people should should just like, hey, look, hey, regardless if you didn't agree with the guy was saying, at least hear him out. You know what I'm saying? At least instead of coming out with assassinations and political violence. You know what I'm saying? So I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen to what the guy is saying. Okay.
Right.
You didn't have to. Okay. You didn't have to kill the guy. Okay. Yeah. A 31-year-old father with a 31-year-old father with 2 kids. You didn't have to do that. Okay. You didn't.
No.
All right.
No.
You didn't have to show political violence. Okay. Even if you didn't agree with what he said, at least stand there and hear the guy out. Okay? You put everybody, okay, all right, after Charlie Kirk got murdered, You put this whole entire this country. They put this whole entire country in danger. Okay, and the people that live here. All I got to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because what they want, this is domestic terrorism. I don't know, where the shooter came from. I don't know if it was the government, our government, because that would constitute domestic terrorism. But to me, this is domestic terrorism, and they want people to be afraid to express their opinions that they don't agree with. They don't want anybody like Charlie Kirk that they perceive to be someone against what they believed in, because that's, if you're going to go with that theory that the guy is gay and he had a gay lover, they were saying that he didn't support gay people, which I never heard him say anything like that.
I
So
never
they
heard Charlie. I never heard Charlie Kirk say something like that.
No, but that's the perception that they were trying to say. That's the rhetoric and the propaganda, and it got him killed for it. Maybe among other things as well. So they are trying to shut up the conservatives. They're trying to shut people up like me and you and everybody else, where they're going to have to be looking behind their back, especially the really popular ones like Candace Owens, maybe Ben Shapiro, Benny Johnson, like all these people that have millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of them. They're afraid. A lot of them have now come out and said that they're afraid of their lives, for their
Okay,
lives.
all right. So if you're gonna go out and start killing conservatives, okay,
Yeah, yeah. That's the
because
message. That's the message.
because we're telling the truth. I mean, you know how many conservatives in this country that we have, okay? What are you gonna do? All of us?
Well, you know what
I'm
somebody
going to
said.
tell you something, okay?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know something? You may did that to him, or because there's always somebody else is going to take his place, okay? Always somebody else is going to take his place.
Yeah,
It
his
don't
wife is
matter,
his wife is going to take his place.
okay? It don't matter, okay? Okay, it don't matter, okay? I mean, it's even if you did that to somebody, well, there's always somebody going to be there in that place. It's going to carry on that message.
Right, right, right.
So you're
And that
wasting your time.
Right, and that was the whole point of it, is to stop the whole movement that he had, because he had a lot of influence with the college age kids when he would go to the college campuses. And even President Trump said that Charlie Kirk helped him to win the presidency because the young kids voted Republican.
I believe
Because
that.
the college kids were
Yeah.
voting Republican, are voting Republican.
So
I mean,
how?
that's what he was doing. That's what Charlie Kirk was doing. He was these kids that were in college that were confused, had questions. If they were conservative, they didn't know where to go. They were afraid to speak up because it's just like in Massachusetts. If people in Massachusetts voted for President Trump, nobody says anything about it. If they like President Trump, like nobody knows because they're afraid to say it.
No, but I mean, but they will go and vote. I mean, but just like I'm going to say now, okay. Anybody out there, okay? You have a voice, okay? You have your own opinion, okay? Regardless of what anybody else says, okay? Everybody else has different opinions, okay? whether if it came down to Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk, or anybody. Okay? If you want to debate on the issue, fine. Okay? But
Well, you can't.
when we debate the issue, okay, whatever issue it is, okay, we want everybody to be fair and not show political violence.
Well, yeah, that's what we want, but that's not what's happening because somebody just said, I'm also scared that something can happen to me because of my views. This
Yeah.
country really needs to
Me
get their
too.
crap together. People
Me
cannot
too.
communicate to each other meaningfully anymore. It's scary. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, getting rid of Charlie Kirk, like you said, what is that going to do? It's not really going to do anything. It's even drawing people together even more. More people are coming together because of what happened, because they know that they're trying to stop something that's very good, okay, that they agree with, and these people don't. And yeah, what happens? Because I know, coming from Massachusetts, that when I go visit, and I'm visiting family and I'm outside in public or whatever, getting coffee, and I start talking politics, I'm told to be quiet.
Yeah.
Don't say it out loud. Shh, be quiet. Don't say it. I don't want anybody hearing you. Because I have, I guess, more conservative point of views. I'm not a liberal. I hate them. I do. I hate them.
You know something? Hey, as a conservative, right? Republican. Yeah. I mean, I'm afraid to take my show outside and talk
Right.
about this and talk
Right.
about these issues.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
I'm afraid to do that. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you can't. And you know what? If Charlie Kirk, I think, if he, stayed like inside more and did not go to the college campuses, but I understand why he did. I don't, I think it would have been harder for them to do what they did to him. But being out in public like that and knowing the schedule, knowing when he's going to be there, this is all an opportunity for these nut jobs.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's what it is. It's he's like an easy target. Everybody is. If you are prominent, if you are influential, like Charlie Kirk was or is, they want to take you down. They want to take you down. And that's why this is a big loss for this country, because you had somebody who was trying to get the right and the left together.
Yeah.
To be able to talk about the issues.
I mean, hey, look, you know something? I feel that I'd be in the house talking about the issues, you know what I'm saying, instead of being outside with, live outside. No.
Yeah, no, you can't do that anymore. Even he said it's scary, and it is scary. I agree. I think it is, because there are way too many, in my opinion, liberal lunatics out there.
There's a lot of liberal lunatics, man.
that can assault you, like you got assaulted. It's like you're better off. But that to me is terrorism.
It is terrorism.
That to me is domestic terrorism. And it's not right. And that's not what this country is about. Because he said this country needs to get their crap together. They do. And I think it has a lot to do with the politicians that are pushing this rhetoric. Okay. And they want this divide. They want a civil war. They want a civil war.
We don't want it, though. That's the whole thing.
Well, they want a civil war because they want to separate and kind of destroy the country. That's what they're trying to do.
But you know something, though. But if they have a civil war with us, they're gonna lose. Okay, they're gonna lose. And they, you know, we saw.
No, I think so too. But I mean, if it's quick, it's one thing. But if it's going to be drawn out, this country is in trouble. It's in trouble. The money and the loss of life, possibly. I mean, look at what getting killing Charlie Kirk, who was a brilliant young man who was able to do all these things successfully. Now they got rid of one of our greatest assets. He was an asset to this country.
Yeah.
And now, we're not going to be able to listen to him debate any longer. We're not going to listen to his discourse. We have videos that we can go back and listen to how he was able to get these college kids in front of the mic and have a discussion.
I heard he was. I heard Charlie Cook was valedictorian.
He dropped out of college.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Somebody was talking about valedictorian, but
No, he dropped out of college. He did do online courses like with Hillsdale College.
Hillsdale College.
Yeah, they said he was one of the few that was a full-time student.
Yeah.
So, but no, he dropped out of school, and I don't know which school that was. I'm not sure, because he wanted to start this organization that he started with. So it started in his basement in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's in this little house that they had. So that's where it all started. And he borrowed money and he paid it back. And he paid it back. And so he had a lot of sponsors. The organization was making a lot of money, millions and millions. I mean, millions, a lot of money. And I mean,
Yeah.
why do you have to extinguish somebody who
All the truth.
was influential, who was a good role model, a good man. He had a wife, 2 kids, had a job, was trying to help out the country. And this is who you want to target? You want to target somebody who's productive, who's like a brilliant debater? I mean, why not get rid of these losers, these murderers, and these
Go ahead,
criminals
say it.
have on the streets? Like, why not them? Why him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to get rid of, why are you targeting these productive, very successful people and not the losers?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You know why? Because Charlie Kirk was a threat. Because he was a threat.
Yeah.
He was a threat. Those
Right.
other people that are drug addicts and criminals, to them, they're not going to be influencing how they want the world.
I was just thinking just now that you said that Charlie Kirk started his show in the basement.
No, not a show. He started his organization in the basement. He didn't have a show until much later.
Well, too much later. You know what I'm saying? So.
He wanted to start the TPA or Turning Point USA organization, not a podcast, not a show. No.
Turning Point organization.
Well, look it up. Turning Point USA, TP USA. That's Charlie Kirk's organization.
And that organization is still going to grow even if he ain't around.
Yeah, it is. It's growing faster now because of what happened. This is like a couple of weeks ago today, which is wild to me. So
what was the point assassinating a guy and getting rid of a guy that was so successful? Okay.
Right.
so successful with himself, and and wanted to have a debate with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they end up killing him. They kill a guy. You know what I'm saying? That put this whole country in jeopardy. It did. By doing that to him, that put this whole entire country in jeopardy. Now look at it. Now you got James over here scared, and myself too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think people were scared already, but
Oh, we're even scared now than we were before.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
these people are and have the potential to be dangerous.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Okay,
these people are assassins.
yeah, and not all of them, but you do have those lunatics. I mean, look at BLM and
Oh God.
at the standouts in Swampscott. Look at all the lunatics that were there.
Yeah, look, yeah,
There
even in
were a lot.
Even in Fairhaven, even in New Bedford, even Fall River,
Right,
all a bunch
that's
of
what I'm saying.
lunatics.
They incite violence. And this started, I think, with George Floyd. When BLM came into the picture, I think this was all a setup. This was all a setup.
Well, we know it was. You think they're going to admit that? No, of course not.
No, no, of course not. But it was. And I think it was. This was all intentional. This was BLM was all intentional. George Floyd was intentional. The media was in on it. They created this division. And do you remember all the riots that happened with Antifa that
I
year? Do you
remember.
remember?
I remember that.
Burning the cities and murdering and looting, and what did they do about it? Nothing.
Breaking in stores, robbing all kinds of iPhones,
Yeah,
robbing.
looting.
Yeah,
So
stealing. Yeah, yeah.
did they ever get arrested?
No.
No. If you burned a BLM flag, you got arrested. If you burned a American flag,
You
the
get
cops
arrested.
the cops did nothing. If you burned a LGBTQ flag, you got arrested. If you burned an American flag, nothing happened. That's
Yeah.
what happened in this country, and they were trying to start a civil war, and they're still trying to do it. They want to ruin this country, and I'm telling you that in Massachusetts, that is what's happening. Um, Michelle Wu and Mara Healy do have communist donors and supporters.
Yeah.
They give to their campaigns.
It looks like we should just we need the National Guards here.
Well, yeah, you know what should happen? And I'll say it again. The DOJ needs to go in to Boston and arrest Mayor Wu. That's what needs to happen. She needs to be arrested so that the nonsense that is going on in that city can come to a halt.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you something. If Mayor Wu gets back in, you know what's going to happen?
What?
She's going to end up destroying Boston.
Oh yeah, she's on it's on its way. It's on its way.
And if we keep more Healy in office, she's going to end up destroying Massachusetts.
Yes.
Along with Mayor Wu.
And the state reps. They need to go as well. There needs to be a major cleanup in that state.
Major cleanup. I call it an overhaul.
Right.
That's what I call it. I call it an overhaul. And I want the people to know that these state reps, they do need to go too. Okay, as well with more Healy.
So
because if you keep them in office any longer, they will destroy Massachusetts.
So there are two bills that Beacon Hill has out right now, and that is that they want to decriminalize all the drugs.
Even the marijuana, right?
That's already decriminalized.
Yeah.
They want to decriminalize cocaine, heroin, everything, so that if somebody is caught in a so called safe zone for drugs, they cannot get arrested.
It's,
So you can now people are shooting up. You can see them snort. This is just with whatever drug is out there now, but this is for all the drugs. This is statewide, David. This is not just Boston. This is statewide.
yeah, no, I understand. I know it is.
So, like in Swampscott or Fall River or wherever you live, if this goes through, you are not going to be able to do anything about somebody openly doing drugs.
Oh, and let me tell you this. But you know something, we may not be able to, if this happens, and we may not be able to do something about it. But guess what? Then when they're overdosing on the street, well, guess what? Then you can stay right where you are. That's when people start not to care. I mean, if this ever happens, which is I doubt it's going to happen.
Oh, David, they're overdosing on the streets. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, James.
Right.
Yeah, James. Michelle's running unopposed because of crap. He dropped out.
He suspended his campaign. I know.
Unbelievable.
Right. It is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable.
So was the point? What was the point in him running if he's going to suspend his campaign? Was he afraid to beat her? Was he afraid that a girl might beat him?
Well, he's probably thinking that there's no point in it because he's not going to win.
He should have kept going.
I think he should have kept going whether he won or lost, because now he's sending a message which is even worse. Is like, hey, you know what? You guys in Boston want her, you can have her. I'm dropping out because only 30 or 40% of you want me. If you want her, you can have her. Bye. That's what he's saying.
He said that's the message that he's sending. And that's a bad
message. Instead of staying in the race, talk about the issues, let her sweat it out, even if she thinks she's going to win. Stay in the race. Stay in the race.
Yeah, that made it look bad on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's too bad. And you know what's even worse, Dave? The Mass GOP is nowhere to be found.
Yep. But if I was living in Boston, I wouldn't mind running against her. I wouldn't mind at all. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, I wouldn't mind, because you know something, I can at least say, okay, I can at least say, well, you know what? At least I didn't drop out. At least I didn't suspend my campaign. You know what I'm saying? If I was living in Boston, I would give Mayor Wu a run for her money. A run for her money, a run that she would never forget.
I think the problem is, just like in Fall River, people are not going out to vote. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
That's a big problem.
It's a big problem. And they don't want you to know, because people like Michelle Wu will get back in.
Yeah.
People just don't understand that when you don't go vote and there's low voter turnout, that the incumbents will get it. They just don't get it. And they're going to get the same thing, the status quo. Is that what they want? They want the status quo. They want this all. They want money going to illegals. They want money going to the Communist Party. They want all their tax dollars going elsewhere instead of going back into the communities, instead of helping out with jobs and making the state affordable, instead of raising taxes and always wanting money from you. This is what they want, because that's what they're going to get.
Yeah.
And their friends, Michelle Wu's friends, like Diana Presley's husband, who got a development, another apartment building development in Boston that the community doesn't want, but she says that they need, but they don't need it. He's going to make millions of dollars. This is Diana Presley's husband, who was a convicted drug dealer.
Wow.
This is the work. These are the projects that, as an example, Michelle Wu is giving the work to so that they can make a lot of money. She's giving it to her friends.
Yeah.
And the people of Massachusetts are allowing it to happen.
And then I feel that the mayor of the city of Fall River too is also doing the same thing too. Myself, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, he wants to do the waterfront property. That's the same idea. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That is happening all over the state of Massachusetts, where the politicians are making money from these developments.
Yeah.
You're not making any money out of it.
But taxes are being poured into it.
Right. They're making money from your taxes.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're not using their money. They're not investors. They're not contractors. They're not putting the investors or the contractors are not the ones buying up the land or the property and renovating it with their own money. This is tax money. This is tax money that they're using.
Yeah. Tax money.
It's not their money they're using, it's yours. And on top of it, they're making millions. And yet people want this. They like this. This is insane. This is insane. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's not right. I mean, there's definitely something wrong with what is happening in Boston. I just don't understand it. I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe President Trump can figure it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't like the laws with the landlords and the tenants that it favors heavily the tenants. That isn't right. Why is it favoring the tenants so heavily? Why can't it be fair? You know what I mean? Like, why can't it be fair for the landlord too? Why is it that the landlord who has maybe a home and wants to rent it out, but might not want to because of the laws in Massachusetts that always favor the tenants? It's not right. It's not right. It really isn't. It's not right.
No, it's not. Yeah, no, I agree.
It's not. It's not. It's not right. And then Laura Healy made it even worse.
Yeah.
By giving by saying that the renter does not have to pay now the broker's fee. If they use a real estate agent, they don't have to pay the fee for finding the apartment for them. So tell me, which real estate agent is now going to want to go find an apartment for a tenant if they're not going to get paid?
Nobody.
Right. How does this help? How does this help? It doesn't. How does this help?
It's not helping anybody.
it's crazy. It really is,
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah,
they're anti-American. They're anti-free markets. They don't want businesses. They want control. They want to have everything like a communist does, like the communists do, like Michelle Wu. They
yeah,
have control of everything. Your money, where, an apartment building going here, an apartment building going there, even though the community doesn't want it, they don't care. They do whatever they want. They don't listen to their constituents. They're
of course not. Yeah,
communists. They're dictators.
yeah, dictators and communists,
They're tyrants.
tyrants.
They
Yeah,
do what they want. They don't care. They've got the media on their side that keep the people in the dark. People
yeah,
don't go out to vote. And she does the same thing all over again because she says that's what the people want.
yeah.
That's what they voted for. They voted for me to do more of this. And it's going to get worse.
Absolutely.
It's going to get worse with Michelle Wu getting back in. It's going to get worse. And then you're going to have the state reps doing even more damage statewide.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
I feel bad for you guys. I really do. And you know what? With Michelle Wu getting in, probably again, more people are going to leave Massachusetts. More people will move out. There's no
Good.
doubt.
Good. We'll have a ghost town.
Yep.
And maybe
Yep.
the birds can pay taxes.
Yeah. They already have lost their tax base anyway. The state has already lost their tax base.
Yeah.
I think they're going to lose even more. And when the millionaires are going to have to pay more in taxes, then they're going to start leaving as well.
And then when they leave, then we got nobody.
Yeah, then you're in trouble. You're already in trouble anyway. The state is already
of course.
It's
well,
already
the state's the state's already in trouble anyhow. So
I mean, you go from number 4 in the country, economy-wise, to last place in job growth. In job growth, Massachusetts is last.
Yeah.
Where
that we should have been first, not last.
Yeah, well, Massachusetts was number 4.
Yeah.
But businesses are leaving. And with all those drug addicts on the street in Boston, more businesses will be leaving.
Yeah.
More businesses will be leaving.
Even if you did try to get business here, they're not going to last here. They're probably going to stay here for a while. They're going to look. They're going to say, no, we're gonna move our business somewhere else.
Yeah, they're not going to go to Massachusetts because Massachusetts has high taxes, business taxes. So they're not going to go there because there's so many other states that are business friendly and their taxes are lower. So that's where they're going to end up going. And a lot of them go to Tennessee because of the friendly business environment and the low taxes and the affordability for people that they employ that can buy homes or they can rent out an apartment with the salary. But in Massachusetts, the employer has to pay their people a lot of money because Massachusetts is expensive. It has a high cost of living. So they're not going to want to do that because they're going to be spending all their money on salaries.
Yeah. No,
and they're not going to make a profit. They're not going to make a profit. They're going to leave. They're going to go someplace else where the wages are more reasonable. They can make a profit. Their employees can make a living and have a life. They're not going to go to Massachusetts.
Nope, they're not. No, you're right. I agree.
No, they're
not gonna come to Massachusetts anyways because of they're not gonna come to Massachusetts anyways because of Mayor Paul Coogan anyways. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna come in anyways because Massachusetts, Fall River, our taxes are too high over here. Okay, They're not gonna invest over here. Okay, they're not, and I already know that they're
It's
not
not
gonna.
because your taxes are high, David, over there. It's not compared to other places. Your taxes are probably not as high as, say, Swampscott.
It is really high over here.
Okay,
It's
like what is the property tax rate in
in
Newbury
Massachusetts.
no, in Fall River? What's the tax rate, property tax
Let,
rate
let
in
me let
Fall
me
River?
look it up. Let me look it up. Hold on. Let's see. Let me ask AI. Okay. What is the tax? Let's see here. RAT rate. Wait a minute. Here in Fall River.
Okay, so your residential rate is $11.45 per 1,000 of assessed value. So,
Which is tax due. You mean the sales tax, property tax, income
so the
tax?
property tax for so if a house in Fall River is assessed at $385,000, the
Six
property
point five.
tax would be over $4,000.
It says right here, sales tax for Fall
Not
River Net.
sales tax, property tax.
What about AI is stupid.
So I just told you, Dave, that the
I know,
property tax
yeah.
rate is over $4,000 if your home is about 400,000. If it's 400,000, let's say it's 4,500 or a little bit more.
Yeah.
That is half of Swampscott's.
Yeah.
Swampscott's is double that and then some.
Yeah. Well, if they put these pipes in from Gulf of America or whatever it's coming from, we'll get where our taxes are really going to go up.
No, not your property tax. No, that's
Oh,
not going to go up. You're talking utilities, not property tax. So
yeah.
that's what it says. That's the approximate value of that's
Wow.
your property tax if your home is about 400 worth 400,000. So your property taxes are 4 to 5,000, which is still less than Swampscott's.
Yeah.
Swampscott's property taxes can be $9,000 to $10,000 up
Wow.
per household.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So I know it's all, relative, but compared to Swampscott, that's much
Yeah.
less. But in Tennessee, it's even less.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean,
It's even
well, Tennessee. I mean, well, that's Tennessee is cheaper.
so the property tax in Tennessee is like $1,000.
Wow.
But they have a higher sales tax. So they're making their money on sales tax, not
Yeah.
property tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why the property tax is so low, I believe. But again, compared to Swampscott, that's not as expensive. But maybe for Fall River, it is. I don't know. You know what I
Well,
mean? I don't know.
for Fall River, it is expensive. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is expensive. So I mean, well, we'll see what
So
happens when the election comes. And
I mean, look, Dave, it's only going to go up. Okay. I will be shocked if prices come down.
I
So,
would be shocked too. So
if
yeah.
Massachusetts is already one of the most expensive states in the country, it's going to stay that way and get worse.
Well, if nobody people need to get out there and vote. People need to get out there and start doing stuff.
If people are complaining about utilities
Yeah.
going up and maybe taxes going up for the homeowner, it's
Yeah.
going to go up.
Of
It's
course.
going to go up. And if the wages cannot keep up with um, the high cost of living in Massachusetts, guess who's going to step in?
President Trump.
No, no.
Who?
Guess who's going to step in?
Who?
The government.
The government. Yeah.
The Massachusetts state government is going to come in and say, if you cannot afford your gas bill, your electric bill, your rent, we will subsidize it for you.
That's what they're gonna say.
That's what's going to happen. No, that's
I
what's going to happen
I
because
already
there's
every
no job growth in Massachusetts.
I already see that. I already see it happening.
Right. So you're going to have
Mm-hmm.
the elitists that are going to have practically everything, and everybody else is going to be going to the government for what they need. And this is what they want.
Yeah, they
They
want
want
everybody to live off the government.
right. And so what happens is that the taxes are going to go up because who is going to pay for these programs for people that cannot afford to live in Massachusetts? The ones that
We
have
are. We
no,
are.
no. The ones that have money, the millionaires and plus, they're going to tax them even more. Right now, it's a 4% surtax. That's going to
Yeah.
go up as people leave the state. That's going to go up. And millionaires, the ones that are funding all these programs for people that are on the government, are going to leave.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen? You're going to have a third world country.
We're a third world country.
You're,
Yeah, you're
you're
right.
going to
I
have a
agree.
third world. You're going to have a third world
I
country. And guess what?
I agree.
And guess what? Michelle
What?
Wu, Mara Healy, and the likes of those politicians that people voted in for, they're going to be just fine. Why? Because they were able to take your tax money, use it to make money for themselves without taking any money out of their pockets. They used taxpayer money to make money, and they're going to be fine. They're not
Yeah.
going to care whether you can make it or not. They're not going to care if the millionaires are going to leave. They don't care. They're fine. And you're going to start seeing a third world country where you have the politicians of Massachusetts that hold all the money from the
Yep.
taxpayer, and you guys have nothing.
No, you're right. I agree.
That's what's going to happen
Yeah.
with Michelle Wu now being reelected. If Mara Healy gets back in, hopefully not, but if she does,
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen. And the state reps are going to do their part as well. And the mayors too, like Paul Coogan, they're all in on this in Massachusetts. They're all doing the same thing.
Oh, we know they are.
Doing the same thing. They're looking for units, like in Fall River, the waterfront properties.
Yep.
This is what they're doing. They don't care about businesses and jobs coming into the city so people can work. No.
That's why I said Mayor Paul Coogan needs to go. And half of the people in the city of Fall River don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand what's going on here in the city of Fall River. They think, oh, if we can keep the same people in there, right? Oh, if we can keep the same people in, they'll probably we'll probably have a different results. No, again, and I've been trying to tell you people this, okay? If Mayor Paul Coogan gets in office and the incumbents, okay, you need
Yeah, they do.
these people, right? So I mean, yeah, you're not going to get any different results. You're not going to get any different results that you are getting now. Okay, you're always going to get the same result from these from the ones that are already in there. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, if you got to get out there and vote, get out there and vote. Let's vote
And
these people out.
they want the same thing, and that's what they call status quo, Dave.
Yeah.
Half the people, if that's what it is, if it's half the people that think that they don't need change, that means they want to stick with the status quo, which makes me think that they are getting government assistance.
Of course.
And they don't want to rock that cradle. They're afraid of it. So
Yeah.
they want to keep the same people in so that they can make sure that they get their money. What
Of
they
course.
don't understand is what happens when the people that have money right now, which are the millionaires and the surtax, what happens if they leave?
If they leave, even the
What
millionaires,
happens?
oh, hey, there's no money coming in.
Right. And that's and do they understand that? That's the question. Do they
Yeah.
understand
I don't even
that?
think they do understand.
Right. So
Okay.
the government assistance that they are getting, they're not working for it. It's not inheritance. They're
Oh,
getting it from the government. And who's the government getting from? The taxpayer.
yep.
That's where they're getting their money. They
Absolutely.
don't get that. They don't get that.
Yeah. They don't get it at all. They think that, okay, well, wait a minute, hold on. I made a moment to put on Facebook, but I said I support ICE as the ICE.
Icy slushy.
ICE
Yeah,
is slushy.
yeah. Hopefully, I think Boomer does. What's his first name? Is it Gabriel?
It's Gabriel Boomer.
So why does everybody call him Boomer?
Well, that's a name that I think that he got when he was a kid. And
Oh,
I
all
don't
right.
know. I haven't asked him why, but uh,
Um, I think he said he would cooperate with ICE, and he should, and he
I
should.
think he said he would too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he would, and I think he should cooperate with ICE.
Only
Uh,
6,337 people in Fall River turned down the primary. That's 11%. Oh my God. Of registered voters. How embarrassing is that? Then people who didn't vote will complain when Coogan, right, wins again. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about.
yeah,
People that complain about Coogan, but they won't go out and vote against him, which
yeah.
is bizarre. And I think the same thing happened in Boston too. I think a
Only
very
6,337 people in Fall River turned out in the primary. That 11% of registered voters that showed up, and how embarrassing that how embarrassing is that? But then the people who uh, didn't vote will complain when Coogan wins again.
Oh, let's hope that he doesn't win again.
Let's hope that he don't win again.
Don't say that he is going to win again.
No,
Just
I hope
don't,
he don't
don't
win again.
use don't use that language because it's
That's
going to make people think that he's going to win again, and they're not going to go out and vote. So you
yes.
got to make people go out and vote and change things up where you live. Because, like I said, this is happening all over the place. And
Yeah.
if Fall River and the people
Let's
can
try.
come out and vote and change the mayor from Coogan
Boomer, Emerald.
to Boomerang, that I think is a big achievement.
Yes. So we need to make that
Your,
Pacific change.
let me tell you, I really think I know that very few people showed up, but the 11% that showed up
Yeah.
right now, as it stands, let's see, Boomer came in second to Paul Coogan. And if you're going to add up all the other votes that the other candidates got, this is like a tie.
Yeah.
This is a tie between Boomer and Paul Coogan.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Boomer has a slight edge. So hopefully more people will show up in the general election to be able to change things around and give Boomer Amaral that edge that he needs to beat Paul Coogan.
To be the next mayor of the city of Fall River.
He also, what should happen, I think, because he said it last week, people didn't even know that there was an election, that it was the primary election.
Yeah.
You have to get the word out there somehow. You have to make
You have to.
You can have flyers. You can put it in the mailbox. It doesn't have to be expensive. And remind people to go out and vote like 2 weeks beforehand, or if you have early voting. You got to let people know. You have to. If he has a website, he should be putting it out there everywhere when to go vote in Fall River.
Yes.
People that know in Fall River should be telling others, this is when you can go vote. Make sure you go.
Yeah.
The general election is November, whatever. Make sure you go out and vote. Don't just say anything and assume that they know, because I don't think that they do.
I don't think so either. But the people have to get out there and vote. You guys got to get out there and vote.
But you got to tell people to go out and vote, Dave, is what I'm saying. You have to go out and you have to let it be known that the general election is November whatever, and make sure you go out and vote.
November whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what date it is. So it is in November. I just don't know when. But you need to find out so that you can, like you, Dave, who has this podcast or show, whatever, find out when the general election is.
And I gotta find out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do now.
Remind people that the general election is November. Well, it's a month away. It's 6 weeks away. It's a month away. It's 3 weeks away. It's 2 weeks away. Get out and vote. Right, Dave?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look too. When is? Let's see.
It depends on the country. Okay.
It's Tuesday, November 4th.
Oh, you beat me to it. Okay. People.
They actually, on AI, they actually have challenger Gabriel Boomer Amaral in the race.
Really? On AI?
Yeah, they actually have it on AI. Yeah.
Oh, no
on
kidding.
My laptop, it actually has his name on there. Incumbent Mayor Paul Coogan will face challenger Gabriel Boomer Amaral in the race.
Oh, well, let me look it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Incumbent Mayor Paul Coogan and challenger.
No, put in when is the general election in Fall River, Mass for mayor?
When is the general election for
Fall
mayor?
River, Mass for mayor.
Fall River, Mass for mayor. Oh, no shit.
Does it show? Did it show up?
A little, yeah. Oh, yeah, it did right here.
You
but
see
the
it?
the general city election for mayor, Fall River, Mass, is on November 4th. It's on November 4th. What day did you say it was?
November 4th. I just read it. Tuesday, November
Okay.
4th.
Yeah. So, all right. So it's Tuesday, November 4th, the general election. So you be sure to get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying we need people to get out there and vote. So the general election, yes, it's November 4th.
And
Get out there and
they're
vote.
also going to be voting for the city council and school committee.
And they're also going to be voting for the city council and school committee. So get out there and vote November 4th.
And so on
Get
AI, it says that it can help you find a polling place or check registration status. So if you're not registered to vote, it's going to tell you how to register to vote
so,
and where to go vote, depending where you live. I think they still do that in Fall River. It depends where you live, and so you go different places.
well, well, I vote at Ward 5.
What?
Ward 5.
Yeah, so it depends, what section you're in, I think, and then you find that's why it says to find your polling place and check your registration.
Yes. And
So,
most people vote Eastern Avenue, the fire station, Plymouth Avenue. Also, most people go to the fire station to go vote.
and do you know that Charlie Kirk, and do you remember Scott Pressler, the guy with the long, long, long hair?
I
Do you
heard
remember him?
about that. Yeah,
I think he was like the Walk Away campaign or something.
yeah.
These two guys, Charlie Kirk and Scott Pressler, got people to register to vote. Charlie Kirk,
Wow.
when he went to go visit the college campuses, he had a table where these college kids could go register to vote.
Yeah.
And Scott Pressler did the same thing because they gave the Republican Party, President Trump gave Scott Pressler the credit for winning Pennsylvania,
Wow. No kidding.
getting people to come out and vote for President Trump.
Nice.
So you can't sit on your laurels and expect something to happen if you're not going to get up off your seat and make something happen. It's not just going to show up in front of your face. You
That
got to
is
go
true
make it.
too.
You got to go make it happen.
Yep.
Register people to vote. Tell people to vote. They can be independents. They independent. They don't have to pick a party. They can be independent because most voters in Massachusetts are independent. You can do it online too. You can go to mass.gov and register there to vote as well if you have a
Well,
computer.
if you have a computer. Well,
Yep.
my time's up. So I have laundry to do tomorrow. I got shopping to do tomorrow too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, help people register to vote, guys out there in Fall River, and make sure you tell everybody it's November 4th.
I'm gonna soon at the end of this. I'm going to give my introduction at the end of this because that's what I usually do.
Your summary, your conclusion. All right. You're going to go. I'm going to go too. I'm tired. So,
Yeah, yeah. We're
you
all
guys
going to
feel free
sleep.
to talk to you guys.
I just want to let you know that tomorrow I'm gonna have Boomer Amaral on again. So I'm gonna have Boomer on again. So he's gonna come on again, and we're gonna talk about some more issues that Fall River is facing right now. So I'll see you tomorrow at 6:30.
See you guys later. Good night. Bye.
Goodbye. Good night.
Bye.
And
Good
see you
night.
tomorrow. Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. So it was a good show today. We talked a lot about Mayor Wu. We talked a lot about Mayor Paul Coogan. We mentioned a little bit about you know the challenger Gabriel Amaral, and but my opinion on all this, I think Mayor Paul Coogan's going to have a hard time Gabriel Gabriel Amaral. I think he is. It's not going to be easy, like it was when Mayor Paul Coogan went up against Sam Sutter. That was easy. Okay, but now we're talking Gabriel Amaral. Okay, so we're talking Gabriel Amaral because Gabriel Amaral, he's going to throw everything at him. Okay, that he possibly get. Okay, but it's going to be a good election in November. So get out there and vote November 4th, and get out there and vote November 4th, and because if you're looking for change, you need to get out there and vote. That's what you need to do. You need to get out there and vote. So it's going to be city council, school committee, and mayors again. So get out there and vote, and get out there and vote. Vote for Gabriel Amaral for mayor of the city of Fall River. Fall River. So again, Gabriel's going to be on my show tomorrow night at 6:30, and we're going to discuss more issues and what Fall River is facing right now. So if you're looking for change, get out there and vote November 4th. Thank you. And this is Dave Mead, Fall River Media News. I will see you guys tomorrow at 6:30, and I will see you guys next Wednesday also at 6:30 with more political talk and for Fall River, Massachusetts, and Somerset and Swansea. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. Bye now.